hang on to your seat, baby, because this one's a screamer. Are you not entertained? Are you not?
And yeah, stay tuned, y'all, for if y'all haven't checked it out, because I'm going to end up. All right, y'all, that was the recap, you guys. So now I'm going to be taking in calls. Y'all, please be respectful. I am a part of the community, as y'all all know. So it's like, it's only going to be too much craziness that I'm going to allow on here. Plus, we're on YouTube. So y'all can't even do too much on here regardless. So please keep that in mind when you guys, and when I pick you guys to call. I will be adding everybody like in groupings. So we're talking about the whole Pookie situation. So some of the topics I'm gonna hit on, I'm gonna name them. So we're gonna talk about the casting. Should trans have been allowed along with LGBT people on this show? Since predominantly in the first part it was straight. Pookie's entrance, Pookie and Kelvin and ET and that whole scene. When a trans person should say that they are trans, the whole Pookie and ET situation and trans people and their relationship with cisgender women and their trust in them. Pookie and Kelvin and the actual closet scene. Kelvin feeling betrayed by Now That's TV. I do have the live. I will play it soon. Pookie lying about having a, and then Pookie versus YBZ. Okay, so these are some of the stuff that I want to like hit on. Okay, so once again, we're talking about that, and we could talk a little bit about some of the stuff dealing with the show too. So what is going on? I'm at Bia and Taj. What's up? What's up? What's up?
Hey, Pookie.
Hi, Pookie butt. Hey, Taj. I think her mic off. Okay, let's
Hey,
start
how's
off
it
with you.
going? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can hear you.
Yes.
Okay,
Okay,
period,
cool.
period. All right, now let's start off, of course, with the hookup. So let's start off, of course, with the Pookie situation. So it did go viral last week. What did you think about it overall, like everything that went down? Go first, View.
Okay, so I think that it's really important that we first, not to sound like the professor, but we need to outline motive versus intent and why these two things matter, because they are not in alignment with the receipts that Now That's TV called themselves, or their press statements that they call themselves announcing. If we're gonna get into it, the motive is the why, the intent is the how. Obviously, Now That's TV wanted clicks and views and clout. That's your motive. But the how, you intended for it to be sensationalized. The same way that YBZ intended to have a moment when he stood up like, I'm a straight black man. All my straight brothers rally behind me. Like, you intended to have a moment. Now That's TV intended to make this something that it wasn't. And even Pookie kind of clocked it in her confessional and even in her conversation with YBZ when he was apologizing, because she was like, yo, I'm actually kind of tired of discussing it and trying to and production trying to make niggas feel like they're gay. Like, because they're not. She's a woman. So you're not. E.T. intended to embarrass whatever his name was when she went about telling him that way.
Kelvin.
Yes, because if her motive was just putting it out there in the open, when the three of them were in the bathroom, she would have just said, by the way, Pookie is a girl, is a doll. No shit. But I'm gonna finish that question right there.
Right. What do you think, Taj?
No, I kind of like have a different opinion, honestly.
Go ahead.
I do feel like it was Pookie's business to let the cast know she was a trans woman, and she had the perfect opportunity when she was just like, I'm the baddest bitch in her. She could have said I'm the baddest trans, or incorporated who she was in that moment, just so everyone was aware, because I don't believe that it's up to Now That's TV to disclose who she identifies as. I think that's her job. So
I
um
did
I think
though.
it was just her she
Was
should have did
Hood.
her due diligence.
She introduced herself as Hoodfish to them as well. Like, we can't act like
Everybody don't know what hood fish means.
everybody
I
on
can
That is
tell
true.
my
true.
brother does not know what hood fish mean. And he's a
Right,
hood
because your
nigga. So
brother is not a
I don't think
degenerate
he'll understand that.
on
So
Now
I
That.
don't think that.
I think that the cast that was present, especially considering Pookie's
I know, but
appearance wasn't her introduction
hmm
on part two. It was on part one when she came to the house the day that they did that ring in the pool competition. So you're telling me that no one there clocked her for knowing that she was a T girl? Rayface is so messy. He know everybody business. You're gonna tell me he didn't know that Pookie was
I think Ray Face knew. Just my opinion. I do think Ray Face knew. I don't think Kelvin knew, but I think Ray Face
I
knew.
don't think Calvin knew because he was new. But the
Right.
people who were there
Right.
for part one, I
Right.
think that it definitely went around the house when she got there the day of that competition that Pookie was a girl. Hence why she was alone for most of the time. You only saw her talking to Chastity and someone else. So it's like, come on, like, and she's not 5'5". She's not petite like Ari is.
Mm.
Do I think that it should be disclosed 100%?
Now
Yes.
let's talk about that. When do you think it should be disclosed? Because I feel like it should be disclosed before sexual contact is made. That's what I feel like. Because
I'm
that
not.
way you can't make it seem as if like any advantage was taken of. But what do you think, Tosh?
I just feel like before you sit on a man's lap, you should disclose that information.
That would be considered partially sexual
Mm,
contact. Am I
exactly.
wrong?
Well, yeah, you're right. You're right. You're
I
right.
think it's a tricky subject because obviously I'm not trans. So I can't say when the best time for someone else to disclose what they are or is not. That's
Mhm.
up to them and how they feel safe. I do think that upon entering the house, yes, she could have and should have said, I am a T girl. For those who don't know what hood fish is, I'm a
Right.
T girl, and just left it right then and there. Let everybody have their reactions and called it a day. And again, Tri-State said to her upon entry, "Oh, you Pookie, right?" So it's not like nobody knew. You telling me Tri-State ain't whispered to not one man in that house that she was a doll?
He said
I,
that he didn't because it wasn't his business. So, according to him, his words verbatim, he didn't tell anybody she was a doll because he didn't want to clock her team.
which is a shame because it's nothing to clock. It's not a closeted doll. Like that's the thing. I think that's the big thing. It's not like it's like, oh my God, this new girl on the scene. We've never seen her on any Now That's TV show.
Mm.
And dun dun dun. Turns out she's trans. And
Now,
again,
do you guys think Pookie was set up in any way? Because many may
yes,
look at the show and be like, why is she the
Of
only trans there?
course.
yes,
I definitely think Pookie was set up, hands down.
yes. That
It
is
was a setup.
what now that's set up. It gave
Now
set up.
that's
Yeah,
And
that.
that was
definitely did.
their intent. They not only set up Pookie, but they set up the men as well. But most important,
Hmm.
they made her susceptible to so much possible violence that would have been uncalled for, and a statement at the top of the show would not have been enough to rectify that. We know or we hear about the experiences that the girls experience in a day in and day out. We know that they're a marginalized group of society. So to put them in front of men like YBZ, who picked up a bottle when he stood up for no reason, they could have really hurt like that. There's no telling what's his name again? ET Man would have
Kelvin.
done
Kelvin,
when he
Kelvin.
found out that she was trans, especially because of the way ET did it. The intent was to be shady and was to like get a one up. And mind you, ET only did that because it was her nigga. Like, let's just call a spade a spade. You were threatened
I
because you
agree.
were choosing up. And now all of a sudden it's Pookie's trans, but we'll talk about it later. Girl,
But that's why it's Pookie's business to let people know that information so that she will be safe. It's for her safety and everybody else's because, I mean, Pookie claimed she was being attacked, but now the men on the show are being attacked on social media as well. So,
Wait. What men are being attacked on social media? Because I know
well, they're
Kelvin.
attacking their sexuality. Kelvin, you see, he went on live crying and, oh my God, no, I have to go in the street in the hood. Like, so,
Okay,
I
so I'm gonna
mean,
play a portion of that live in a moment. Now, I did not see the man crying now, but
let me see
he
that.
wasn't
maybe you
crying, but he was
okay,
just
okay.
very no,
I
he
was
was
about to
just
say
very hysterical
upset.
about his manhood being questioned because he lived in
Right,
a hood, stuff like that. I'm being dramatic.
right. Yeah.
We
Well,
love the
No.
I was
drama.
gonna say, who did I get the drama from this season? This episode? What's her name?
Wait,
Who?
you said what?
Who was given the drama this episode?
Oh, you
What
talking
is
about
her name? The
Tokyo.
Oh,
BBW?
Tokyo.
Talk about
We
Tokyo.
love
Yes,
all
just call me
Tokyo.
Tokyo right now. I'm a
I'm
little
giving
BBW
Tokyo.
too. I'm a mini BBW, so I'm giving Tokyo energy today.
Period. All right, I'm gonna add one more person. What's going on, Muna? What do you think about the whole Pookie situation?
Oh, hi. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. What's up? What's up?
Hi. Okay, so I have my baby. She might cry in a bit, so I don't know. But yes, what's your question?
Now, what do you think about the whole Pookie situation going on? Did you watch the first episode and the second? What do you think?
So honestly, I feel like this could have been such like a great moment for like people to be brought together, like trans and like straight, and because the world is more free now. So I feel like this could be an opportunity for even like you said, like for them to talk about their sexuality. Like, hey, are you attracted to trans women? And they can even ask trans women questions. Like, it doesn't have to be all about fear. Like, talk. What's your question? Why do you fear them? How can we fix that?
So you're
But
saying Gigi
instead,
should have made it like an open forum to ask maybe Pookie some questions?
I think Now That's TV should.
Okay.
It's like we have all these great opportunities in the Black community, but like instead of like using it to open more doors, they just use it to like create more fear and hysteria.
Right. All
That's
right.
true.
Now,
Also, you got to remember the cast that was present. The only person who I truly feel like would have, not the only, but Rayface is one of the only ones who I feel like would have actually participated in that conversation from a let me learn something standpoint. Because the thing that people are not getting sometimes is that it's as simple as, oh, just announce that you're trans to a room of strangers. That doesn't make anyone feel more or less uncomfortable if they're already uncomfortable with their own sexuality or thoughts that they have about these people. Like, she's putting a target on her back either way. I only say do it so that no one else is clocking your tea, sister. That's it.
Okay. Now,
Yeah.
what are your thoughts, Muna, about ET's role in it? Do you feel as if she did it in a vindictive way, or you think she was just looking out to make sure the situation doesn't go further? What do you think?
I think it's like those situations where somebody had to say it, but she said it in like the wrong manner. But somebody had to say it since she didn't say it. But the way she did it was very like a snake, honey. She danced around her like a snake. So yeah.
Now, do you think Kelvin should stay with ET after something like this happened?
No.
Definitely
I
not.
mean, let's be clear, they're really not going to stay with each other in real life. So for the show, sure, why not? He wants to
Right.
go to the DR.
We've been surprised before.
Right.
My
So
question
that's true.
is, how many people that will actually make it to these shows on Now That's TV, when they say, "Oh, I never watched Now That's TV," I know you're lying. We
No,
need to
but that girl Shay,
remember.
really, you can tell she has like she's new to the world. She's in Disneyland. Like literally, you can tell she has never watched it.
Yes,
Like I'm
her.
African, but I
They
don't know that
sound
TV.
For
How
the
do you
ones
live in
that
America? You don't even
have,
know. Like I don't know. To me, it's crazy. But yeah, sometimes some of them don't even watch. They just come for like for fame. You hear TV,
I
you're like,
can
oh my
tell
god.
Shay don't watch Now That TV for real. I can
Yeah,
Shay was,
tell.
I definitely agree with
somebody
that.
signed her up, and she was just like, "Yeah, we're going to DR. Cool, I can do that." But my
She thought she
thing
was going to
is,
be a model on the show.
even if you were
A
to
bottle
do
girl.
like spark notes of the network, you would see that Now That's TV sprinkles trans in almost every single show on that
That
network.
is facts. That is
So
very
like,
much
we
true.
need to remember also where we are. Like, we can play the, I'm just a perfect idiot. I had no idea. Maybe you didn't, but also you're not on Viacom, sweetie.
Yeah, this is true.
Okay. Now, okay,
But
so I wanted to talk about the whole situation with continue with Pookie. Now, this adds another layer. Pookie on the show kept stating how she does have woman parts, which if you're
I
subscribed to
say
Pookie,
otherwise.
right, you
Me
know that's not the
too.
case. Which so okay, here's how I feel about it before I start asking you. I feel like that's where to me Pookie's completely wrong because I don't know. I feel like she's trolling though, hopefully. But when Gigi said in the second episode, she said it like, yes, I do. So it's like, let's say if a dude is actually interested and they actually are like, okay, I want to get down, I don't care, boo boo, and they're expecting something else, and then you get something else, then they're gonna be like, what the hell? But anyways,
Correct.
before I get y'all opinion, Naj gave her opinion as well about it. Shout
don't
out
do
to
that.
Messy
Come on,
Auntie.
Notch.
I'm about to
Come
add
on.
Messy Auntie in a little bit, so just wait, okay? Shout out to Messy Auntie. She in the background.
Y'all know Pookie do not have a fucking vagina. Okay, we all know this. But that's the only part I don't agree with Pookie. It's like you cannot be on this plat. Like it's even then. It's like, what if niggas really didn't care about what people said? What if a nigga is hearing you say, "I'm a woman, I got a vagina," you know what I'm saying, and he believe you until he see that you don't have a. It's like,
all right, so I want y'all opinion on that. What do you guys think about that?
She dead ass wrong and she know it. And that's the problem. That's my only issue with
I really
how
thought she was trolling last episode. I was like, oh, she trolling. But then she said,
No,
nah.
I'm
I
like,
think she
wait
was
now.
She
mean.
loves saying like she said it every day on Dollhouse. Like she made it seem like she was one of the girls who got the nip and the tuck, but really you just tucking. And that's where
Right.
danger kind of comes into play, because I'm not gonna act like for a lot of these men who are attracted to T girls,
Mhm.
the genitals is what plays a major part in them thinking gay versus straight sometimes. And so
Hmm.
Mm,
have someone who's open-minded and like, you know what, she's a baddie because she is. Let me
right,
just go and see what that newfound hole like, and
right. What that
you
tea
know,
like?
you
I
got
don't know.
me.
I don't know if Pookie was trolling or if she was trying to soften the blow. Like, guys,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
okay. I have a put. You know what I
Right,
mean? Like,
right,
I don't
right, right,
necessarily
right.
think it's a troll. I think she was just trying to make everybody okay and
Right.
understanding like the situation at hand.
Yeah, I could
Mhm.
see that. I could see that. I feel like she was trying to make herself even more comfortable too, because she was on the spot. Like, I couldn't
Right.
imagine how embarrassing that was to her. Like, that really was to me. Like, I don't know how she was able to even finish that scene out, because imagine everybody looking at you, like being like, you feel
Mhm.
me? And you got to answer to all this stuff. And like, I don't know. I don't know how she finished out that scene. All right, I'm gonna add in one more person. Auntie. Auntie, you there?
My love, I'm
What's up? What's up?
here.
What's
We're
up? The
here.
messiest one of them all.
Simple. Simple.
Now, what are your thoughts on it? Because you're very close to the cast. This is
Extremely.
grandmother,
Oh,
mother.
my
Excuse me.
auntie. It literally says auntie. They already called me big back grandma.
Ooh,
Ooh.
that's a
Safem
big
wele
bag.
luga udeo.
No, Professor. Go ahead, go ahead,
I
go ahead, go
love
ahead.
you. Yes, I am the grandma of Nala's TV, the auntie of Nala's TV. I'm that Miss Glitter Sparkle Dust, all that. And I love hearing the panel. You have some very bright young ladies on this panel with you
Mhm.
who are extremely well spoken, who see both perspectives. But me being biased, knowing I've met Pookie and ET and have
Mhm.
relationships with both of them, I feel
Mhm.
like it certainly could have been handled better,
Yeah.
right? On everyone's part. But if you look at it from a business standpoint, the network legally, I know people are gonna say, yeah, it's a network. It's not like a
Mhm.
9 to 5. They're even more at risk because of the manner of entertainment that had they exposed her gender to the cast, they would have been opening themselves up for a
A
big
discrimination lawsuit.
discrimination. Exactly. You
There you
got
go.
it. So I think some of the reactions were disingenuous.
Mm.
Like you said, most people know, even them little boys in church row Sunday morning at the Pentecostal Baptist churches, they can tell.
You.
Furthermore, it's 2025. We're on the tail end of 2025. I'm going on a show with y'all people. I'm looking y'all up. I'm going in your Instagram, your Twitter, your TikTok. I want to know who you are before you walk in the door.
Mm.
Clock it, because now that
Now
TV
somebody
not.
said this, which I don't think legally you could even do. They said, Miss Just saying said production could have literally required per her contract for her to disclose. I don't think you could even do that, y'all. I
Double
think
discrimination.
that's double exactly. Y'all gotta understand, like when it comes, y'all just see the TV of stuff. When it comes to paperwork stuff, you cannot play around with stuff like that. Like you could really get in trouble for even requesting stuff like that. So it's like it gets real tricky, y'all. It's a lot deeper than what y'all
Point.
think.
That's a good point. And I like to think that Gigi could have had like a little mixer, a hop around the room,
Mm-hmm.
introduce yourself, your name, your age, your sexuality, your gender. But Pookie is a female. So it's like, what would she have said in that even that moment that would have made it okay? And no shade, if she had came in announcing it, we wouldn't even be discussing it right now. And
Mm. Someone said maybe they thought she was going to tell it. I do not agree. I don't think not a TV that was their mindset. Because coming from somebody who's been watching reality TV since I was like literally in elementary school, the producers have a job to do. at the end of the day, this is one of the greatest things that has happened for Now That's TV. As
Mm-hmm.
traumatized as it may be for Pookie, at the end of the day, this brings numbers, this gives ratings. I'm doing a whole live about it. Like I haven't done a Now That's TV after show, I don't know how long. So it's
Well,
just like you get what I'm saying.
You
Like it
better.
does. It benefits them at, business wise because it makes people have conversations that people were not having before. So I do not think they were thinking that, oh, she's gonna be honest. No, I don't think
Right.
so.
I
This is
agree
my
with you. I
opinion.
think it was, if not intentional,
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure it may have been brought up.
Yeah,
And the legality plus, yeah, you want the shock factor as well. This is entertainment. This is not ABC 123 Sesame Street. This is
right.
reality TV. We want the shock, we want the reaction. Although like I felt like Kelvin, I feel he was genuine maybe, but what was it? Was it EJ? Um
You talking about YBZ or Ray Face?
Ray Face,
Yeah.
performative. Performative.
You think he knew
Perform
her tea?
He knew. Come on, he's been around all them love and hip hops.
thank
He's
you.
been
I think so too.
stop it. He knew.
I
He
think he knew.
definitely knew. Again, he said, "I didn't watch you on Dollhouse." I mean, other Now That's TV shows.
Right.
Yes, you did. Yes, you
I
did.
think he knew and he thought everybody was gonna be okay and cool with it. And then until Kelvin said, hey, oh my God. Da, 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 da. And then he's like, oh, y'all not okay with it? Oh,
Yep.
dang.
Till he's.
That's what I
Exactly.
You think that I refuse to believe that Ray Face draws the line at T girls, but he's cool with smashing mommy's G's, uh, sourpuss on a regular basis.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. I mean, it's been confirmed, but I don't want to do the sniff test. But like, you
I
don't
sniffed her.
Ella,
I sniffed her in person before she was dancing. I sniffed
uh-huh.
her after she danced.
how
I
smell
sniffed
Uh-huh.
good?
her. I was around her when
Uh-huh.
Aunt almost got into a fight and ran into cars in Middle Street. That girl smelled like roses, money, and good pussy. Oops, you too.
Oops.
Ooh.
But was you there for the backshot win?
And good chocha. Um, no, I wasn't there, girl.
See,
I
you
am
might have been
not.
sniffing the wrong hole.
Oh,
Y'all
Shade.
you
messy.
think he put one in the stick, one
No
in the stick, one in the stick,
shade.
girl.
It might have been
Y'all
the wrong
messy.
hole.
Okay. I'm gonna add one more person. Okay, what is going on? She
Messy.
put her name as Funky Mommy G.
Ooh.
What's up? What's up? What's up? Yeah, I can, speak up just a little bit. You sound far away.
You hear me now?
It still sounds a little far. Just speak up loud.
I don't know why I sound like that, but well, here.
I'm gonna add you back. I'm gonna add you back. All right, what is going on? Season 3, Baddie with the Baddest.
I was
That's right.
like, I was about to. Can you hear me?
I
Can
can
you
hear
hear
you.
me?
Yes, I can hear you. Yes,
I
yes,
was
yes.
about to say, if you don't add me, we're gonna have some problems. Okay. Hi guys. It's been a long time. So
Right.
listen, I have some things to say.
Hmm.
Number one, this what I'm starting to think is that now that's TV put it in their contracts but didn't tell them, because the reality of the situation is this is now that's TV's fault. And I get it. They don't want to expose someone's gender, or I mean their,
Gender identity.
yeah.
Hmm.
But you cannot, their their lawyers cannot let them have a show telling people it's a straight show, and not, they told those people, either they told them or they put it in their contracts and then forgot to tell them, but legally somewhere down the road they told them. Because and just look at the difference between one and two. Two, you have, gay men, you have straight people, you have trans. Like you're not going to tell me these people didn't know. And if, I mean, actually, sorry, let me reword that. I could see if Now That's TV was like, oops, forgot to tell you, because I think they told Pookie, like, hey, the first leg of this was all straight. The second leg, they're going to know, there's going to be some gay, there's going to be some transgender. You're going to be just fine. I think that's what they told Pookie, because she was
Oh, so you
very
think it?
comfortable.
So you're saying it was a play of words. It wasn't like, oh,
I
we told
think
all of them your
so.
tea. It was, oh, they know it's gonna be a mix of y'all in here.
Yes, and I think so, because even Gigi said it. She was like, she was told da 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 da. Now, granted, I mean, I don't know. It's 2025. If you don't know what hood fish means, baby, But I
But not
also think
everybody knows what hood fish
well,
means.
okay, and I get that, but here's the thing, like, just to be on Pookie's side, because I have a best friend
Mhm.
who's transgender.
Mhm.
Like, she actually handled that very well because, like, you could see she was very
Mm-hmm.
uncomfortable. She was like, like, why do they keep bringing it up? Like, I get it, whatever, da da da. And she wasn't combative. But my thing is, we can't. Number one, Kelvin was a little too thirsty because you ran up in that room and kissed DT, and then you ran up in that room and kissed Pookie. You can't put that all on Pookie, bro, because you was
Mm-hmm.
being too thirsty.
They didn't
Ain't
even
nobody
get to
else
know
running up.
her.
And,
Facts.
that's what I'm saying. So, like, just as him, like, did he disclose if he's had any STDs?
Oh,
We can't keep putting all this on, like, on that girl, like because at the same time, there's a lot of people walking around with the House of Virginia that don't be telling people. There's a
that
lot of people that be walking
part.
around with herpes that don't be telling people.
That
And
part.
I get it, like, it can't be a double standard. At the end of the day, like, I think everybody's wrong in this situation. And if she do have the piece of candy, then she wrong for telling people she don't got that piece of candy. But I do
Ooh,
think,
this
like, we got
candy.
to be a little nicer to her because I do think they told her it was going to be something it wasn't.
That's
I
Okay.
true.
gotta jump in as a blog, and I
Yeah.
just remembered
Hmm.
before they even started casting for season 2 or part 2,
Right.
CEO and others had put in the stories, do you want to see any T girls on the show and who? So it was already out there in
Okay.
the ether before they started casting.
Foul.
Thank ya.
Mm.
Mm.
Foul.
Okay,
Mm.
TT.
So it
Mm-hmm.
was a
No, JoJo
possibility.
always got the tea.
It
She
was a
does.
Period.
possibility. They went in there knowing it was a possibility, unless their agent didn't do their homework.
Agents, they don't have agents.
Stop it.
Manager, whoever, the janitor, whoever put him on that show.
Yeah, the only one with the agent was Miss New Hampshire. Everyone else signed a
Shay,
contract in
she said
crayon.
she sued. She
Shay,
said she
Shay
like me.
thought
We
she was
sued.
going to a UGC ad, girl.
Simple. I don't
Bro.
mind.
I just think it's just really messed up how everyone keeps kind of worrying Pookie.
You breaking up. You
But
breaking up. You breaking
at
up,
the end of
babe.
the day, sort of can you hear me now?
I
Can
can
you
hear
hear
you now.
me?
It's good now. It's good now. It's good
Hello?
now. It's good now.
Okay,
It's good
sorry.
now. Yeah.
I just think, okay, cool. I just think, like, at the end of the day, number one wrong is Now That's TV. That's gotta be 1, 2, and 3. Now,
Oh, you
That's God
breaking.
breaking her up because she's speaking ill on my network. Look at God.
Ooh.
You better stop. No shades from season 3 better. You know I
God
love you,
don't play
babes. You
about
break it up. I'm
me.
gonna try to add you a little bit later, okay, boo? Okay, now I'm going to play the live. So Kelvin did go live with the Not As TV folks and spoke a little bit about the whole situation. He was pretty frustrated about it. So I did get a good portion of it. So let's check it out, and I'm going to start rotating a little bit more, okay? All right.
I know myself. I put a nigga down, I'll die today by my respect, bro. Nigga ain't finna play with me about no shit like this, man. And look at the shit I got myself into, bro. I didn't even have a choice, bro. That's all I'm saying. Nobody cares that the transgender's on y'all network, bro. I didn't have a choice. I came in because what I thought.
Well, you have bro. Hold on. You have a choice with everything you do, player. Everything you do, you have a choice. So we're not gonna do that. Everything you do, you have a choice.
When you talking to somebody,
Yes, you do. Everything, anybody you interact with, you have a choice with.
All right.
Hey, so hey, you do got a choice, bro. This is what I want to clear out with everything. Yes. Do we feel like that?
Wait. Y'all saying I had a choice in that, bro? So y'all
Bro,
right
you
now,
not, bro,
so
okay,
y'all saying that I chose to
bro, you steady talking, you're not listening though, bro.
Like, telling me I had a choice. I didn't have a choice, bro.
Bro, because you're not even fucking listening right now, bro. Like, I'm not gonna, like, bro, I'm trying to tell you what's up, bro. Like, cool, we not arguing about you feeling that Pookie should have told you. But yes, when Pookie put her hand on you, you could just say, nah, bro, I'm cool. You feel me? You could, bro, you had plenty of choices, bro.
I'm not doing that, bro. Don't do that, bro.
Bro, okay, hold on. I'm not switching nothing up. Okay, let me tell you something. If you go work a job, you're gonna do your research on your job, right?
Hold on. You gonna let me answer this question?
Yeah.
The same job that you talking about is the job that I came to this network with a person that both of y'all know.
Listen, you still, bro, you still cap. Okay, you did your research. So hold on, you said you did your research. So you see that we had. Listen, bro. Bro, I'm asking you the question so we could get this clear. Deja Vu, we done had 3 seasons.
I'm not
Trans on each season.
Part 1. Hookup.
Hold on, bro. Bro, listen, bro. Come on. Deja Vu, guess what they still did on Deja Vu? Dated. Because guess what? We don't know nobody's preference.
I'm not here to talk about Deja Vu, brother. We gonna hook up.
Well, bro, you talking about Now That's TV. When you keep saying y'all,
I'm not talking about Now That's TV. If I'm talking about anybody, the network with all the other shows, y'all do y'all thing. I'm talking about something that I was a part of.
Nah, bro, come on. Okay, bro. So let me ask you this. If somebody say you're gonna go to a club and somebody tell you it's a gay club, you gonna go to it?
If somebody say go to the club and what do you
know what I'm saying? Somebody invite you to a club.
That's not what happened to me, brother. The person that told me to come to this so-called club told me it was a straight club, bro. I got it in text, bro. Do you want me to post a text and send it to y'all?
Bro, you keep talking about whoever you talking about. Listen, it's only me and Swag. We big producers around here. Yeah. Ashley Malia. That's it, bro. So anything else you talking about is dead.
But what you just said, you said you Swag me. None of y'all knew me, brother. How did I get on the show then, man? That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Okay, nigga, you want to keep asking these questions. To be honest with you, Ashley and Malia. You want to keep
I will say this. I didn't get to react to it because this was around the holidays and I didn't have time. T-Lo's comparison, I don't think is the best. I'm not gonna lie. I'm sorry. I'm just kidding. Y'all not gonna give it back. It's not the best. Like him being asked to go to a gay club, it's like what? Like I'm just saying.
Yes, bro. Yes. That's
I know those people, bro.
Well, bro, that's something else. Maybe somebody referred. I don't know. But I'm telling you, those my producers.
I definitely got referred, bro.
Bro, you trying to tell us how we run our business? I'm telling you what's up, bro.
I'm telling you.
So guess what, bro?
You tell me who introduced me to the show though? That's crazy,
bro. And guess what? Do you know their job title? What was their job title? The person that gave you.
It doesn't matter. They got me on the show, bro.
Oh, it don't matter because you. They
got me on the show, bro.
You could have got it from the garbage man, bro. The janitor could be like, "Hey man, my homeboy, you want to get on TV?"
So the janitor,
we do that shit all the time, bro.
The janitor got me on a major network with no goddamn interview, no nothing. I just walked straight through the door.
And bro, guess what, bro? If you sitting here, like, for one, we're gonna kill all that y'all stuff, bro. We're gonna kill all that y'all stuff. For one, man, bro.
One thing I've realized watching Now That's TV over the years, there's 2 words they don't like: y'all and set up. John T, can you agree?
Sure don't. They don't like that at all.
That's why I feel like they hate you. But like, those are 2 words they do not like: y'all and set up.
Cause who set up and who is y'all? Like y'all grown. Like,
first of all, man.
Bro, okay, let me ask you this.
I got violated, bro. Nobody's gonna sit here and act like nigga, I got violated, brother. I didn't have a choice. Bro. Niggas just sitting here telling me that I had a fucking choice. You ain't got to blame your mama while you on TV with a transgender. I do.
Bro, listen. I understand everything that you're upset about.
I got no apology. Get an apology, brother.
Bro, apology. We didn't tell you to go in there and do anything or talk to anyone.
Here we go again. Bro, you know exactly what I'm talking about, from a heterosexual man to a heterosexual man.
Bro, now I feel you. Okay. If you say, this is my thing, you say you didn't have a choice, but every other person in there had a choice to talk to whoever they want to talk to, and this is what I want you to understand.
Niggas knew the network,
and bro,
the nigga was like that.
And guess what? This is what I'm gonna tell you, bro. Now That's TV, bro. We got different people with different preferences, bro. So guess what? Us having a heterosexual show is not going to always be the ideal because we know we have people that have different preferences.
You change that up, you should let niggas know.
We never, bro, nigga, we didn't change nothing up.
Hey, bro. Listen, bro.
I'm not gonna.
At the end of the day, bro, it's very simple. At the end of the day, it's very simple, bro. We're not here to out nobody or nothing like that. All right.
Bro, you don't have to
so with that's one thing. That's one thing. Number 2. All right. Even in the trans community, they say, yo, hey, it's not for you to clock my T or anything like that. It's not.
Swag, speaking on behalf of T-girl terminology, is diabolical. I'm sorry, y'all.
Oh, man, I'm so messy.
I'm sorry. We're gonna continue. I'm sorry. Y'all know I go and say what's on my mind.
He's trying.
That's on them. If they do that, that's cool. If they found that if they want to play with the risk of not letting someone know, that's also on them. Now, you know what I'm saying? Like you said that you had no choice. At the end of the day, you had a choice of whoever you wanted to talk to or not to talk to. If you want to have any sexual encounters or not. At the end of the day, I told you, bro, I feel you. I understand what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to, you know what I'm saying, like you kissing somebody else, doing some shit like that. But my thing is this, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not on us with that. We have not done it. We haven't done it. We're not going to start. We haven't done it. We're not going to start doing it. We're not outing anybody. Let me finish.
Go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? We not outing nobody and we not doing that. You know what I'm saying? Stop blaming that shit on us because it's not like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? You say you want an apology. What are we apologizing to you for? You chose, if anything, you know what I'm saying, whatever choice you made, you know what I'm saying, is what choice you made. Now, if you feel like it was something else, that's on them because they tricked you, if that was the case.
This nigga said that was the case. Oh, brother, hey, come on, man. Come on, y'all niggas ain't finna play. Now y'all niggas playing, brother.
Bro,
no, I'm not trying to play with you at all. I'm talking about it's on them.
No, he's talking about it's on them.
Yeah, all right, bro. You want to take everything I say to you? That's cool, bro. I'm not even talking about you, bro. I'm talking about them.
All right, let me get my shit off. I came to the network. I knew shit about the person guaranteed me that I got in the text message that this was a heterosexual TV show. Part one was that. The only reason why I even said I'd do it is because it was a heterosexual TV show. I come to the fucking network. I get to the show. Y'all put a transgender in there. That for some reason y'all are saying right now that niggas had a fucking choice when it's a dating show. When you come into a dating show, they tell you, yo, you need to get around and mingle, nigga. Go talk to people. I'm gonna talk to every woman that comes around me, nigga. They all coming around. This is the fucking purpose, to mingle, to hook up. So I'm talking to people, bro. If the person that I talk to just happen to be a transgender, you ain't gotta identify first. That's cool. I understand that. Fuck it. But when a man shows interest in you, you should give him a fucking choice. Not embarrass the nigga on live television. This shit crazy, man. And niggas is
so once again, you were saying the same thing that we said.
Let me finish,
you saying the same thing we saying, bro.
Let me finish. No, niggas is not saying that, bro. Because niggas is telling me you had a choice to talk to whoever. Nigga, the nigga pulled up on me. I'm thinking it's a hoe. Of course I'm gonna talk to her. What y'all niggas tripping, bro? I did not have a choice. I did not have a choice, bro. The nigga would have told me, yo, I'm a transgender. This shit would have never happened, bro. I would have kept that shit. Yo, I fuck with y'all, respect you.
We're not knocking that. We didn't knock that. We did not knock that. But that one time did we say that?
You had a choice to talk to whoever. You're right, bro. But still, I still would have talked to that one because I'm talking to every girl on the show, bro. I'm going to talk and get to know everybody, bro. I'm going to talk and get to know everybody. So y'all trying to tell me like, this nigga is supposed to know, bro. Don't play these games with me, bro. Ain't no nigga supposed to know that's a nigga, bro. Not me. I know nothing about this.
Listen. I never said that. We didn't say that at all. Now, one time did we say that? The people that you getting mad at us about, we ain't say that. That was somebody else that said that, and we ain't say that. Now,
all right, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pause it right there. I'm gonna add some new callers in, you guys. So we're talking the whole Pookie situation. We're talking the hookup, okay? So I'm gonna add in about 3 new people. What is going on, Charlie? Turn me off in the background, Charlie.
All right, hold on.
All right, what is going on, Lola? And then also, what is going on, Miss Parker? What's up?
Can you hear
me?
Yes, I can hear you. I still hear myself in the background of somebody. Okay, we're good now. All right, what's up? All right, so we're talking the hookup. So let's start off with Charlie. What do you think about the whole situation? We've been talking about it, of course, in the Discord. So what do you think?
I believe it's Mr. Ratburn Tilo's fault. He did all this because, in my opinion, I do believe that he specified and said part 1 was straight because even Kelvin just said, you said part 1 was straight. I don't believe that he specified that in the second part because, again, like I said last time, they got Isaiah and his whole harem that's coming there the next episode. So I don't believe
not
that
Isaiah the new Shabazz.
I don't believe that he said, oh, yeah, it's straight, this part. I don't believe that. My second thing is, I do understand what they're talking about where they said you have a choice because who goes into a back room with somebody that's 19 named Pookie? The only Pookies I know are older than 50 years old. Why are you going in a room with somebody named Pookie? You had a choice. You don't have to do that. Now, Pookie, I believe she thought that they knew. I believe she thought that they knew. And that's why she didn't say anything. I do believe Rayface knew. You live in Atlanta. There's no way that you didn't know. There's no way you didn't know.
Why do you think he tried to cap on it though? Like afterwards?
Because he probably seen the band watching it. And, she gonna say something to him. I don't believe he actually cared. Just like my honest opinion, I don't believe Calvin can't. I don't believe Calvin knew because he like hard face hoes. Look at flat face, fat ass head. Et. He was all over her Mexican Jordans. I don't believe that he knew, but I believe the only reason he got upset is because it was on camera. Because after he found out, it was all he was chill, everything was cool, and then he started spazzing on the internet because other people found out. But I think, my honest opinion, I feel like the only reason why it's stigmatized is because now y'all ladies don't kill me now, but I believe a lot of heterosexual women would tell if they found out a man was messing with a trans woman would be like, he's gay, he's gay, he's gay. Not even he's bisexual, he's gay. I don't believe how like, for instance, if somebody messed with Savannah, how are they gay? Savannah got a whole coochie. How are they gay for messing with Savannah? That's my whole thing. It's so stigmatized, and then for ET and her Mexican Jordans to sit here and be like, that's my issy. But then you get mad when the dude that you want her, and you weaponize Pookie for being trans. That's why I don't like ET. That whole thing was messy, but it was Mr. Ratburn's fault, and fat ass Sway, it was their fault.
Now, okay, what I want to get one more question in on you, Charlie. Like, what do you think about the whole situation that I just played with the live and everything like that? Like Kelvin feeling like betrayed by Now That's TV. Should he feel the same way towards ET because ET knew and allowed something to happen, and then afterwards said something?
Yeah, my whole thing. I understand. You know, you got to be like, I'm from the hood. I didn't know. But I feel like if you were that upset, you should have had that same reaction on the show. You should be mad at ET as well because she let you do it. Like, she ain't going to say, hey, let me put you aside before you go do that. My friend is trans. She let you go into the closet. She even said, I'm gonna let you do that and then come back and give you a surprise. So she did it on purpose to embarrass you, but you still messing with her. That to me, that don't make no sense.
Okay. Now, Mrs. Parker, what do you think about this whole situation?
I'm pretty much feeling the same way he did. Tilo and them owe that man kind of they do owe him an apology. If nothing else, just give him an apology to keep him from probably trying to take them to court or something. You know what I'm
See,
saying?
me, I don't feel like he would have a suit though.
He might not. We pretty much know that he might not because nothing happened. But had something happened, Pookie would have got hurt. Then this would have been a big mess. Instead of them keep bringing up deja vu and stuff. No, if you told me that this show was not like that, especially the first part, and it wasn't like that, it was all heterosexual men and women in there. He's thinking the same thing with the second part because that is what he was told. Now you don't want to call nobody out. Well, it's not our place to call nobody out or bring nobody out the closet. If they want to do that, then okay. Well, then what you would do is say, hey, we mixing it up now. It is a transgender in here, whether it's a man or a woman. It's up to y'all to find out or something like that. But
Now,
you don't let
see,
them go in blind.
I don't. To me, I feel like if they worded it like that, that would have been real problematic to be like, it's up to y'all to find out. But I get where you go with that, though. Okay, another thing too. What would you think would have been the most appropriate time for Pookie to have said something? Would it be right before in the closet during her introduction? What do you think?
I think it should have been right there in the closet. When you figured out that this man is getting ready to kiss you or y'all might be getting ready to get intimate, then you say, wait a minute, before we go any further, I have something to tell you. I think, I don't think she had to walk into the house and say, hello, I'm a trans,
Right.
she didn't have to do that. Now,
Right.
far as ET, child, I probably would have did the same thing. I would have been messy as shit if that was a nigga I was messing with and I liked, and here you go, gone on over there with another gal. I'd have been like, okay, bye bye. And then after y'all did what y'all did, was like,
But
damn.
okay, let's say if you were to do that though, like the dude, he should have all rights to not want to be with you anymore because it's like if you could allow me to be in a situation like this where my life may be impacted. Somebody's mic in the background is like real loud. Who's
It sounds
that?
like somebody moving around or
Yeah.
something.
Okay. No, but okay. If that were the case though, if this happened to a dude though that you're talking to, you couldn't be angry though if the dude say, "Hey, I'm not messing with you," because like, damn, like that's crazy. What you
Well,
think?
see, I wouldn't even be mad because I'd be like, well, you didn't want me anyway. You wanted her.
But okay, but no, that's another thing though. What if he didn't know? He did not know.
Guess what? He
So
still
you're
wanted.
thinking he knew?
Listen, I don't care what they say. You have a just a little, And let me tell you something. Pookie is pretty. She
Yeah,
is, and
she
she
is.
can pass. But
Yeah.
at a certain point in that closet, you can hear the voice. It's just certain things you could look at. I would have told from her voice it's nothing else. I'd have been
Mm.
like, well, you kind of a little deep there. I just feel like a little piece of him might have knew a little
But he just
something.
wasn't 100% like sure of it.
Right. It's something he something. He knew a little something, but he just wasn't putting his all into it because he was so fast to think he was getting something in that
So see, this
closet.
is a great a great comment too. Someone said a biological woman can have deep voices as well.
Yeah, they could, but I don't know. I kind of can tell a biological woman deep voice because I think a man deep voice pretty much they're trying to make it soft, if that
Hmm.
makes sense. They trying to soften it up,
So you
but
feel like it's a difference between a
it's a
trans
difference.
voice and then a biological woman voice.
But you
Okay.
can't say that though, because listen to
Yeah,
Ari.
like
You
Biggie.
can't listen to Ari though. Ari sounds like a girl. Ari looks like she was born a woman, but she's trans, so it's not always the same. Now, my opinion, Pookie's like 5'10" with a size 12 foot. You should have knew that she was trans,
Charlie.
but
And
that's just big.
maybe the jaw like line too. But
Okay.
Pookie is pretty. Like it would have been hard for him to do that. But if I was ET, I still would just let him go on. Because girl, you're second fiddle now.
Okay.
He wanted Pookie.
Well, afterwards, for what we see on the episode 2, it didn't seem to matter because they were, all together and everything. Now, Lola, what do you think about everything?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. I do think from what and I only watched it because I heard you was doing a review yesterday on your
Hmm.
last live.
Yeah.
Um, I think everybody is more focused on Pookie being embarrassed or whatever, but it seems like she's already been known for being a transgender because she's on a previous show. So I'm not
Hmm.
sure. It's not like she could technically be outed because she's already on the network as a transgender.
Right.
Um,
I feel like the embarrassment part is with her being in a room with a bunch of straight heterosexual people that, are looking at her as like the alien in the room. That's where I think people are feeling bad for her being embarrassed. Not her being trans in real life. You get what I'm saying?
mhm.
But in that scene.
And
But
let
I
me just
think a
say,
lot
Yeah.
of
she was
people,
better than the real women in that room. I'm not lying.
I think people though aren't also looking at Kelvin, I think is his
Hmm.
name, his
Yeah, that's
point
his
of
name.
view,
Yeah.
because a lot of people, in the Black community, as you know,
Hmm.
like they're not going to care that you didn't know that that was a transgender. They're just going to say like, "Oh, you kissed a transgender," or whatever the case may be. So like I'm sure he's having a lot of backlash as well from
Mm.
this and being
Right.
embarrassed. But everybody is more so focused on, you know, Pookie having to say that she was a transgender, which I don't think is the network's responsibility. I think it would be her responsibility to come out and say, to disclose this information, especially if you're going on a dating show and
Hmm.
this is what you're supposed to be getting to know everybody and things could possibly happen on the show. Like you don't think that's your responsibility to let people know?
Now, what do you think would have been the right time for her to say? Would it have because Ms. Parker says if she said it should have been in the closet. Do you think it should have been the introduction with everybody? What do you think?
Um, I don't know. I don't know when the right time is
Hmm.
because I think everybody should. I think as long as it's done before anything like that happens, it's fine because let that person make that decision if they want to be involved in that scenario. It's like you did kind of take that from that person to make that decision. If he likes transgenders, that's
Hmm.
fine. That would have been no issue if that's what he likes. But to knowingly, well, I think Pookie said that she was under the impression that everybody knew or
Hmm.
whatever. Um, which I'm not sure how true that is if she's just trying to cover her end or not.
Mm.
But it's like that's I feel like that's kind of their responsibility to let someone know if you know that this is what this show entails. It's not like you went on there to this is not Big Brother where you're,
I know
something.
that's my show. Child,
This is
they Big
specifically
Brother, by
for
the way, did
dating.
have a trans, and she announced it like right away. Like when they do all of the casts, like
Hmm.
usually on Big Brother, it's the first day, right? Everybody go into the house, and then like everybody get up and introduce themselves, be like, "Hey, my name Pierre." Da da da. So she said it like off the bat. She
Yeah.
was the only trans they've had on the history. It was if y'all want to go back and watch, it was Big Brother 17. So there's shows that have done, certain stuff in relation to this too. So that was
Hmm.
on season 17. What do you think about ET's role in this? Like, would you have done, let's say if you feeling on a dude or whatever, and then the dude ends up catching the attention of a T girl, but you know her T, he don't know her T. What would you have done? Like, what do you think of ET's role in this whole situation?
I think ET definitely was being messy, but ET also knows TV, so she knew what was going to get the ratings.
Mm,
I think that if she truly does like Kelvin and had his best interest, she would have told him before it even happened. Like even before they was hanging out. Like when they came in the house, I would have told my friend, like, hey, just so you know, X, Y, and Z. I wouldn't have
mm.
waited and for them to have a conversation or any of that because now look how everything is playing out. I don't even know how they're together. Like I feel like he trying to get his lick back or something like that because ain't no
Now,
way.
what would a link back for stuff like that be? Child? You
I have
thinking
no clue,
evil.
but it got to be something.
He probably is trying to get us to look pay. He's gonna make ET fall crazy in love and then just drop her.
Yeah, yeah, it's gonna
Now,
be something because ain't no
let's
way.
talk YBZ. The YBZ dude, if you watch the second episode, y'all saw how he reacted. Like he was like, "Oh, he picked up the ball and everything like that." There, to me,
Mhm.
there's dudes to me that somebody's Mike,
Is it me?
please. Okay, there's dudes that to me like if they overreact and when it comes to anything gay, I feel like they're the most suspect ones. So, what
Hmm.
did
That's
you think
true.
about YBZ in that whole situation?
He's
I
a bitch.
absolutely agree. I don't think that you sitting next to a transgender or you sitting next to a gay person, that's not going to turn you gay. Like you either like them or you don't. So I don't understand what the outrage was about.
Wait, was the fat T-Pain still there?
Was the what? Oh
Fat
yes,
T-Pain.
he
Like
was still
he
there.
didn't get enough. That just irked my soul because it's like no one's even going to talk to you throughout that whole show. So you really think that Pookie wants you? Like, come on now, come
Everybody
on.
needs love.
Like,
Right.
Where RuPaul said, everybody say love,
even
okay?
with YBZ, like you in there trying to make homeboys with everybody. The white girl didn't even want you. Now all of a
Right.
sudden you acting crazy over Pookie over a situation that had nothing to do with you. Like I be saying in the Discord, all he do is sit on his TikTok and bash women that he dated. Like
And
it's
you talking YBZ.
yeah, it's weird. Like that the whole thing is just weird. I don't even think, my honest opinion, I don't even think YBZ is like one of them people who like trans. I believe he one of them people who like boys. In my honest opinion, that's just me.
Allegedly.
Yeah. See, he wasn't even
I
trying
thought
to
the same.
holler
I'm
at
not
none
gonna
of.
lie. It gives that to me. Like what
He
Cash
wasn't
them say, it
messing
gives
with
that
none of the
set.
girls. Like
Yeah.
he was like acting desperate, trying to get with some of the girls, but the whole time he was trying to make friends with all the guys. It's like you're on a show trying to meet a match, not make a homeboy. The only ones
Hmm.
that you hooked up, well, you tried to get with was the white girl. She didn't want you, and then you look at
Right.
Nola. Nola with everybody. It's like at this point, you just grabbing straws. At this point,
Yeah. He just grabbing Noah
Yeah.
because he needed somebody to stay there. And he liked the white girl, and that was the only one that he
Uh,
really was into. But he was mainly there to have a good time with the boys. You know what I'm
mm.
saying? So for him to
Literally.
jump up and act all like that, I don't like guys that do that because that makes me
That's a red
suspect
flag
about you.
times 10.
Yeah. You
You
know,
guys consider
because
that a red flag.
you daggone
Yes.
right.
Like
Because any
he
real
probably,
man is more so like, I'm not worried about you sitting beside me. A
yeah,
real
it
man
didn't
could
even happen
party
to
with a
him.
gay
So
guy. You know, you know, they ain't
Mm,
all,
he
oh,
probably
you
was
want to
more
give me
so,
something. You know.
he's
mm.
probably mad he wasn't the one in the closet. That's probably what the issue was.
Now that would have been a very interesting situation had that have been him instead of Kelvin in there. Now I'm gonna add in two more callers. So what's going on,
Okay.
Bootsy, and then also what's going on, V? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me?
Hello.
Hello, what's up? What's up? What's up? Can you hear me?
Hi. What's up?
All All right, yes, V. Okay, so what are your thoughts on this whole situation?
Oh my God, honestly, like, it's really crazy. So I just want to start off, like, it's pretty clockable, but like, I'm trans. But like, I'm 26 years old, and so like, I've spent like time, living as like a gay male before being trans. But I don't know, like, I personally, like, I was a really big like ET fan. Like, I've watched ET from like, I think like the start. But I've never really gone into like her like social media stuff. But like, this episode was just like really crazy. It's like, I don't know, it kind of gave like major like pick me vibes, like, and I hate to say that because like I always try to give like the girls like the benefit of the doubt. But like, yeah, it was just really interesting. Very like, I
Now,
don't
V,
know.
you being a trans woman yourself, what do you think is the appropriate time to tell another man that may be interested in you, maybe sexually, like that, hey, I am trans?
I think it really kind of has to do with like the situation at hand. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like at the end of the day, depending, whatever it is that you're in, like, you have the right to say like when you should. I don't know. I feel like you're just knowledge. If you're trans and you're that far into it, like you have the knowledge to know like what's right and wrong.
Now,
But I don't think it's her responsibility to like walk in and just be like, hey, like, I'm trans, like, da 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 da. Like, it's just weird. Like,
Now, can I say
Can I ask
something
a
about
question?
that?
yes. Oh, my bad.
I just want to say something really fast about the whole. I think, my honest opinion, I feel like she should have announced it before. Like, I feel like she should have pulled him to the side and announced it and
Yeah, that
explained that she
part.
liked him.
Yeah, she
But
probably should have did it that way.
my
She
whole
should
thing
have
is, I feel
definitely
like,
said something prior before even like putting hands on another person in any way. Like, if you even felt like, it's getting heated or anything like that, or it's spicy, like, maybe make that known. Like, but then again, like, I don't know. The whole situation alone, it's just like everyone is like fucked regardless. You know what I mean? Like, you're just, everyone's screwed on every end. It's a
because
bad situation.
Because I feel like this. Like, if you're a trans woman, like at a bar or something, you just hanging out with your girlfriends or whatever, and a dude come and
Mhm.
ask you for your number. I don't feel like it's your responsibility to be like, hey, I'm trans. I had somebody in
Yeah,
comments
out
that
of
was
the
trans.
gate, it's just kind of weird. Like I
Right,
said, like, if the situation you can tell is getting like heated and spicy, and it's
right,
like, oh, this guy's kind of like pursuing his self
right.
towards me, or then
that,
okay. But
that's why I
like,
don't like. That's why I don't like it though. Everybody's trying to make it seem like Pookie's supposed to announce it as soon as she walked in.
that part,
Her whole
yeah,
No.
personality is not being trans. She's a woman.
exactly,
It's not about
exactly,
I'm Pookie, I'm trans. I want everybody to know that. Some people make that her personality. That's not her whole
yeah, yeah, yeah,
personality. So why
yeah.
did she
No.
announce that to everybody? Isaiah not coming in saying, "Hey, I like boys" when he does that. So why does
We
Pookie
could
need to
tell it was
automatically
Isaiah. Let me
announce
stop.
that?
I'm
Yeah,
joking.
Isaiah got a nice big old butt. You could pretty much
Isaiah's house
tell.
is Saturday the Liars.
But
Yeah, he
it's a
got
lot.
a
I'm joking.
But it's a lot more different because you're the only trans
Mhm.
female on a cast with pretty much all hetero. So it's like for your own safety, just put it out there like, hey, this is me, this is who I am. And boom, if you fuck with it, great. If you don't, you don't. And I just feel like two things to be right at the same time. I feel like Pookie could have probably said something privately or something before it went wherever it went. And I feel like
Yeah,
production,
yeah.
and I also feel like production definitely set everybody up because at the end of the day, that could have went way left because that's a liability. Because the
yeah.
show is called a hookup, and some of the cast members, if they really want to take it forward, they could say it's sexual assault. Because like, why didn't you notify me that this person is a trans female and I'm not trans attractive and none of that. That can be considered that, and I don't think people
Mm-hmm.
or anybody's really looking at it from that perspective. So for now, that CB to play those games,
It was
they
definitely
played a dangerous
deceiving,
game.
I
but
understand
Yeah,
what you're
that's
apparently
coming
he
from,
deceptive.
but
was
still,
attracted.
Because if you put it on the other side, if you put it on the other side, people will be like, "Oh, that's fucked up." Like, why didn't you say this, day, and the third? And you could put any scenario on it. It's just fucked up.
Well,
I
And
you
get
you're
what
know
you
putting
what?
mean,
You
but
said
still,
yourself
you're
in
something
the
hooking up
about
with
Big
somebody you don't
Brother.
know. You
Rem-
hooking up with somebody you don't know. So, I believe Pookie should have told him, but at the end of the day, you walked into a closet with somebody that you don't even know. We're not even sitting
No,
there
no, no.
meeting
That's
them
why I
within
said
the first
there. To
15 minutes.
me,
well,
two
it
So
things
you
need
is
got to
to
the
be
take
right at the
some
hookup.
same
type of
time, and
responsibility.
they made
But
a
I mean,
mistake.
like, the first 15 minutes, you gotta take some type of responsibility. Like, damn, I don't even know this person. Let me figure out this person's logo. You just walked into a closet because you like, oh, I seen her, she bad. Let's go into a closet, see what happened. You gotta take some
But you
type of
know, at that
responsibility.
time, they just thinking with their dick.
I put more
So
That part. That part.
if they could get it in 5 minutes, that's what
Wait,
they
one at a time,
do.
one at a time, one at a time. Go ahead, Bootsy. Go ahead.
I feel like to me, at the end of the day, the individuals that should have said something or put it before on the contracts, like, hey, season 2 is going to be a little bit different. We're going to have different cast members on the cast. So before you sign this contract, this is what's going on. That way, everyone is, aware of what's going on because it is a setup, and that's not fair to anybody. And even with ET, what she did was trifling too. That's some shicey shit.
She could have got
Yeah, the
that.
first one.
She's shicey for that.
Mhm.
She
Now,
is shicey for that.
if you were in ET's position though, what would you have done? Like, would you have warned Kelvin like beforehand, or like what would you have done?
Honestly, I wouldn't be on that show, but because I consume and watch it, if I was ET and because I was attracted to him, I would have given that respect. Like, hey, just to let you know, Pookie is trans. If you with it, great. But I wouldn't go after him after that because then you look desperate. You look weird. You just look weird.
Honestly, though, like, okay, this is just me interjecting. I don't know. I just think, like, personally, like, I think ET should have just went to Pookie first. Like, honestly, because, like, I don't know. Me personally, like, I'm like hoes before bros. You know what I mean? So I'm like, take it up with the girls and then deal with the guys later. You know what I mean? Like, I
feel
don't
like
know.
ET should have went up to her and been like, you feel like Pookie should have went up to ET and been. No, you feel like ET should have went up to a Pookie and be like, "Hey, you're not gonna tell him your tea," basically.
Yeah, and if she, she felt like, oh, like I like him, she should have said that, and then maybe they could have like dealt with it. However, but like, I don't know, it was just, it was very like just very, I don't know, very weird, man. I hate to see this, especially for ET. Like,
though, because who would do that to their friend?
No, I wouldn't have said nothing.
she said that though too. She said she didn't even know her like that. Like,
wait, Miss Parker, you say you wouldn't have said nothing because that's your friend.
Listen, if her and Pookie was friends, right?
Okay.
I'm not gonna tell my girlfriend T. You know what I mean? That's gonna be strictly up to her if she want to tell him once they got in that closet that she was a trans.
You in this closet, I swear to God.
I just think it's a dangerous situation. I don't think they could have put it in a contract either, because technically, if Pookie identifies as a girl, then it would still be a heterosexual show.
Exactly.
It wouldn't be.
Yeah, but the thing is that's listen. When you said that on Big Brother, she said it right away, right?
Yes.
But you can bet the network told her, "Hey, you have to tell them because
I think so too.
Yeah, because they don't want
more
these type
money
of
on the
problems.
line. Yeah.
Because if you're going to introduce,
Yeah, but this is that's TV. Like,
you should give everybody a choice to be okay.
This is the bottom.
Stop.
They ain't even trying to give the boy a damn apology.
It's allegedly the men are all straight, so we don't know their tea behind the scenes.
Right, because that is a good defense on Not As TV's, and because a lot of the male cast that we do see on even a little bit of Zeus too, a lot of them be with the stuff. So it's like that could be their defense, because it's like, they be into the T girls, they be into the gay boys. So it's like, who cares at this point? It's up to the person to feel it. Now, I feel like if anything were to happen legally, I feel like a lot of it would fall on Pookie and not on Not As TV. That's how I feel like it would end up.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Responsible.
Who is that sounding like they moaning? Come on. Oh yeah.
Miss Parker.
No, because that's true. That's facts. That's facts. That's so real. Like,
responsibility to come out and disclose that, because she's saying she don't want nobody to clock her teeth, but you didn't clock it. So you would be. Who else would be responsible besides her?
Wait, say that again, Bootsy. Wait, say that again. We didn't hear you. Wait, say that again. We didn't hear you. Cut off in the beginning, Bootsy. Go ahead. You're not on mute. You just sound far away. Oh, babes, we'll add you back. Okay, I'm gonna add in a couple more people. Hold on.
But the whole thing is like, for instance, right? Everybody know. Well, I don't know if everybody know, but like we was talking to Discord, Omar is one of the girls, but ain't nobody seen nothing to him when he's sitting in the back.
Hello.
That's why I don't understand it.
Yes.
I don't think he can
All right, I
hear.
just added in. Yes, I just added in 2 more callers. I just added in. You put hair whole time as your name, and then Virgo Baddie. So, what do you think about the whole situation?
So I know the girls are gonna fight me, but this is a discussion, so I don't want no problems. But I feel like everybody had like a fault. Like I feel like Pookie should I feel like with some trans, they're happy to say they're trans until it's time to admit to a straight person that or a straight guy that they're into. Now, I don't feel like Pookie should have came in with a trans tattoo over her head and I'm trans, I'm trans. I don't think she should have did that. But to me, when he went in the closet, you should have told him that. Like that's just how I feel. And then I feel like, of course, ET was doing it to be messy. She was mad that Pookie took her nigga.
Mm.
And I mean, the trans is looking fine. Can you blame them? Like they looking good, But I feel like she did it to be messy. But again, that's TV, and what do you
Mhm.
expect? And I feel like it wasn't production's job, honestly, to say it. I feel like it wasn't production's job. I feel like it was Pookie because Pookie is the one who's dealing with him. So I don't know. I wasn't with it. And I feel like also the guy who went in the closet, that was on him for being so thirsty. You need to sit
Mm.
here. Nowadays, you
Mhm.
do have to ask, these trans, are they women or even us women? You have to ask because these trans are looking fire, and you're
Right.
not able to tell. So now, as a man, if I was a man, I would, ask first, especially if you're on national TV. So to me, it should be a huge lesson learned on why you don't drop your drawers so fast.
A
How long is
D-discipline.
the dating show? Like, do we know how long it's usually filmed?
2 weeks. They there for 2 weeks.
Stop,
Oh, so they got to
Charlie.
hurry up.
2 weeks. That's the
24
whole
hours.
issue.
I'm
Y'all
just
there for
kidding.
2 weeks.
Is it really 2 weeks?
It's around that range. I ain't
Yes,
gonna
no,
lie.
the first one
Yeah.
they
Oh,
said they
so they got
recorded
to
it for
get
a
in
week.
and
The
get to
first
know
one.
people.
Yeah, it's around
Literally,
it's around weekly ranges from what I know. Now, also another thing I wanted to talk about was just transphobia in general, because like you stated, it's okay to it should be okay for men to ask questions. Some men don't feel like they are all like safe to ask because they'll feel like, let's say if they are not the woman is not a T girl, they're gonna feel like I'm offending a woman because I just asked if they were a T girl or not. What do you think about that? Because that's a whole topic in itself.
I've honestly I've been asked before,
Mhm.
but like it was like when I was out of the country or something like that. And at first, I'm not gonna lie, I was a little offended, but
Okay.
then I was like, these trans are looking bomb as fuck, and I took it as a compliment because I mean the trans that I've come across, they
Mhm.
are fire. I'm not hating. I give props when it's due. So at first, I'm not gonna lie, I was a little offended, but I feel like in the world we are in now, it's not as clockable as it used to be. So I
Mm.
feel like it's a fair question to ask. Like, of course, a real woman, a biological woman, doesn't want
hmm
to be asked that. But I mean, hey, it's a
All right.
different world now.
yeah, it's
Now,
definitely
Virgo Batty,
necessary
what do you
now.
think about the whole Pookie situation? We haven't heard from you.
Okay, so nobody feel away about anything I'm gonna say. I'm just a very honest person. I love all
Mhm.
genders,
Mhm.
but in my opinion, I'm not saying Pookie should always just, wear like as she said, the trans label on her head.
Mhm.
But for example, right, when Bria was on Zeus
Yes.
and she stated on the bus in front of everybody she was trans.
Right.
Right. And I feel like
Well, I
if
got a follow up
productions
on that, but go ahead. Go ahead.
hmm and I feel like if production isn't gonna be the one to say it, you should be the one to say it.
Mm.
And I feel like one of the reasons she doesn't say it is because she's young. She's like what, 19,
Yeah.
20.
Mhm.
She's not, I feel like she's still wearing she still thinks in her head kind of that she's like woman. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, like
So
biologically women. Right. Go
yeah,
ahead.
so I feel like when she argues and she be like, "Oh, I got, a vagina,"
Which is a
which
lie.
is
That's the part I
I
can't get with. I don't like that because they make because you got it. The reason why I don't like that part of it, because I thought
mhm,
at first she was trolling, but she said it again. The reason why is because it's like you make it like a thing for other trans women that actually may have a vagina and other dudes thinking that they don't, or then thinking that every other trans woman is lying. You get what I'm saying? And that's the
yeah.
part but it seemed like she was trolling a little bit, but I don't know.
No,
I thought
I
she
thought
was
she was telling the
joking.
But
truth until I went on that Twitter and I was flabbergasted.
I thought she was joking because it's like everybody. All you gotta do is go to her Twitter. You can see that she's clearly lying.
Yeah.
But
even
as she said it again, I'm like, okay, so this hoe is trying to make people believe she got a coochie.
Right. That's why I'm like, wait a minute now.
wait, so
Go
she
ahead. Go ahead.
doesn't
No, I thought she
Savannah
she
was
is
just
the
doesn't have
only one with
okay.
a coochie.
So
Savannah is the only one.
yeah.
okay. I don't know if y'all remember this, but maybe I'm tripping. I don't know. I might be.
Mhm.
But it was an episode of Doll's House, and
Mhm.
Pookie was twerking in the camera with a dress on, and her dress was lifted all the way up, and you can
Yes.
see the
Yeah.
back of, you know, I didn't see no, no
No
genitals
print.
or nothing like that. To me, it looked at like how a girl looks when they twerk and bend over. Like, and then I don't know if it was tugged. How I don't know how that looks
That
specifically.
was just a good tuck, sis. That's
Yeah,
that
Right.
was
Right.
just a
Right.
good tuck.
I don't specifically know, but
Uh-huh.
Pookie had on the thong, and I thought it was a vagina. So I thought, actually that was. So if she
Yeah.
doesn't have a vagina, and even if you do have that surgery, you still do not have the muscles. And all right, that's beyond the point. But
Jay
the
Nasty,
ET
you're wrong.
situation, all right. I I don't know the surgery. I've never seen a
Mhm.
trans hoo
Oh
ha,
no, no, they were joking. They were
Mhm.
joking in the comments.
but
Don't worry. Don't worry.
But to my understanding, the surgery is you get your thing pushed back up into you.
Oh, that seems pretty
Yeah.
cool.
I'm not a
Well,
medical
there's
doctor,
like
so I'm not going to
multiple.
confirm. Go ahead.
There's like
That's from my understanding. I'm not 100% sure, but that's what I heard.
if I'm not mistaken, there's like two different surgeries. Where there's like one that like it does get like brought up into you, and then there's ones where they take pieces off and still keep other parts on. Like if I'm being
Hmm.
honest, like it really kind of depends on like the individual. Like
Right.
Yeah,
Mm.
I mean, when I think of a vagina, I just think of something that bleeds, has discharge, etc. That's all. But besides that point, the ET thing,
Mhm.
um, I don't know if Pookie and ET are friends, like close friends or good friends or anything like that.
Mhm.
But if female to female, if we're friends and I know that this is a dude that you like or talking to, it don't even matter if it's not your dude. Like there's so many dudes in the world, there's other dudes in the house, etc. So it's like I don't have to specifically go after your dude, but if you're my friend, I'm not going and I know that's somebody you're rocking with, I'm not gonna go after him. You get what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And
Now, one thing to backtrack to what you said earlier. You know how you
yes,
mentioned the Bria thing, right?
yes,
Yeah, you know how the Bria thing happened. She said it
yes.
to everybody, and it still ended up being a thing. Because guess what? Turtle said, "Oh,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't hear it."
Mm-hmm.
So, what, like in instances like that, what's a girl to do? Because it's like I still told my tea, but all of a sudden people decided they didn't want to listen, magically didn't hear, and now they have an issue because I was feeding them Tic Tacs in their mouth.
Well, the whole point
That's
is
just an
do that
excuse,
so it's
though.
in 4K. Bria did it, it
Mm.
was in 4K.
For like
So
safety, you're saying?
you get what
Yeah.
I'm saying for
Okay.
proof for multiple reasons. You know what I mean? You say it right in front of everybody, hey, I'm trans. Whatever happens from there, then it's on the other person. You get what I'm saying? You cannot
Yeah.
blame the trans themselves. You know what I'm saying?
Because they made it a known thing. Okay, I get what you're saying.
Right.
I'm with you.
But
I'm with
but
you.
with the ET thing, I feel like one, like I said, since Pookie doesn't really feel like she needs to say that because she kind of feels like she's woman. She did that going in the closet with him. Of course, she's not gonna say, "Hey, I'm trans, do you still want to mess with me or da da da?" Because if that's the case, she would have never even took it that far with him to begin with. You get what I'm saying? If she didn't feel like basically like this, if I'm your friend and I'm a biological woman and he's rocking with me, what makes you think that you can talk to the same guy as me if you're trans? You get what I'm saying? Like, what
But
makes you think that the guy I'm gonna talk? Go ahead.
some dudes though are into both. Some dudes are
Right.
into trans and they're
But
into
what makes you
women.
think that though? Like what makes you just so prone to think that, oh, if he's talking to a regular female, I can talk to him too as a trans? What makes you feel like that?
See, this is where I disagree, right?
And that makes it
Because
even like to tack
This
on to what you
I
said when
guess
you
they
said
could be
some
bisexual.
dudes are into like trans and some dudes are into women. Like it's a known thing now. So that's another reason why she shouldn't have been afraid to say it. Like you can't be
Right.
out and proud about being a tranny
I
one minute, but
agree.
then when it's time to admit that you're a tranny to a guy that you don't know if he's into that, you can't hide that. You don't get to pick and choose when you get to hide it. I don't
Yeah,
like that personally. It's
I
not
agree.
fair to the other person, but also once again, he shouldn't have been thirsty and been willing to drop his jaws for anything. So
Right.
he's to blame too. But I don't know. I just feel like as a trans, you don't have to like, say it when you first meet someone, but definitely if it's getting sexual or definitely if you can tell that the person is
Right.
interested, give them the choice. It should not be forced on them
And it's a
and not them
dating
have the
show.
choice. That's weird.
just to
Th-
combat something that
This
the
is
other
a
person
dating show.
Go ahead,
So
Charlie. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Charlie.
said before that. How you
Hmm.
said, what makes you think that you can talk to the same type of guy as me? This is I don't think women understand. A large portion of quote unquote heterosexual men are into trans women. They
I
will
don't hear
never.
nothing.
Can you hear me?
I
I
I
can
hear
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 you,
you.
Charlie.
you.
Oh,
I hear you.
Yeah.
they will never they will
Mhm.
never admit it. That's why if you Google it, trans porn is like one of the most watched things because a lot of men are into it. But because women have in their mindset, if you
You
like a
said
trans
trans
woman,
warrior?
No, trans
trans
porn.
it-
Corn.
Oh,
Yeah.
like that's because a lot of heterosexual women have it in their mindset. If you mess
the
with a
search
trans
says
woman,
lady wet dangling, basically. I know I be
e-
seeing that.
even if they have the surgery, they're going to automatically equate to you being gay, even though they're not gay. They're not attracted to men
Hmm.
looking at them. We are attracted to what we see. So when a man is attracted to a trans woman, 9 times out of 10, it's because they see a soft face, big lips, big titties, fat ass. They're not automatically thinking that, and then they start
Yeah, they
messing with
thinking
them.
what they dingling, basically.
Yeah, then
That's
you
what that
start messing
says.
with one. Even if one has a surgery, a lot of women will automatically say, "I'm not gonna mess with you because you mess with a trans woman. You gay," and that does not
Yeah.
make them gay. That's why I hate it because trans men, women to men don't get this same
I don't
stigmatization.
think
That's
he's
very
They don't.
gay.
true.
They don't get that. Just like with
Mm-mm.
lesbians and gay men, lesbians don't get that. Oh, I'm not gonna. But gay men do. It's the same with trans women and trans men. You don't see this debate with trans men. Oh, she gay because she messed with a trans man. They don't think that. She's straight because she's messing with a trans man. But if it's a man messing with a trans woman, he's automatically gay. I don't like that. I don't like that.
Oh, that wasn't my debate. I didn't
Wait, go ahead.
say me.
Wait, say that again. I'm sorry.
You talking to me?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I said, oh, okay. That wasn't my debate though. I don't think like that. I wasn't saying that. I was just saying specifically that I feel like Pookie, should say something if she's on a dating show, and and it's like you said that some men, heterosexual men, are attracted to both. Like that's what you said, right,
Yeah, that's what I said.
Charlie?
Yeah, that's what I said.
So if you're attracted to both, you're no longer a heterosexual male.
But that's
You're
But
my
not straight
thing.
no more.
But that's my thing. Like, if, for instance,
So how can you say a
Savannah.
heterosexual male is
But
attracted to both?
listen,
You're not a
listen, listen,
heterosexual male if you're attracted to
listen,
both.
listen. I think y'all are conflating gender with sexuality. Again,
right.
it's the
Mm-hmm.
same thing with Savannah. Savannah has a
Mm.
vagina. If a man sleeps with her, he's not going to be thinking she got a penis and I'm attracted to that. She has a vagina. So how is he gay when he's not attracted to
So
what a
okay,
man
so you're
has?
saying basically men is not gay if they're attracted to trans because of the femininity, ality
Right.
of the trans and
Not
etc. Right?
not necessarily
You said a
because
pretty face, a nice butt,
not
nice
so
voice,
for
and the
instance,
surgery and stuff, right?
yes, I don't not every
So
not
he's
I'm not
not gay
let
basically
me
to be attracted to that, right?
and there's some circumstances where I look at it because it's like some of the trans
Hmm.
women do look like I'm sorry they do look like they're men in a wig. So
Right.
Right.
when to me when you attracted to that in my head I'm automatically
Yeah.
going to equate that you're bisexual. But
It's a
when it comes to
by
Hmm.
person basis,
yeah, but when
basically
it comes to
Charlie's saying.
when it comes
Yes.
to Ari, London, YG, they
Okay, I
look
think I
like
understand what you're
women.
saying. You're basically saying it's not about the gender that they're attracted to. It's about the essence of a woman that they're attracted to.
The
Kinda, I think
That's
it's just
on the
sexuality.
trans,
how
basically.
Isn't
I feel
isn't
like
that
it's a, and I hate to say this, I feel
Hmm.
like it's a passing thing. To me, if a man sees you
Right,
and the world sees you as a woman and they can't clock like, oh, this is a trans woman.
right.
In my head, how I equate it to is If a man is attracted to you, I wouldn't think they're gay because they see you as a woman. The world sees you as a woman. But when it's somebody like Kenzie,
You can't say the
I'm so
world. You can probably say some people, because some people, there's old people that still will look at you and see you as a man, regardless
Right.
of
There
all
are
of that.
some transphobic people
So you
still
can't
out
say the world, kind of. You
I'm
can
not
probably
saying.
say
I'm
some
saying if you're.
people.
I think y'all confusing what I'm
That's
saying.
saying
I'm
your eyes
saying.
of your perspective of
I,
reality.
I think you're confusing what I'm saying. What I'm saying is if
Hmm.
you like, for instance, if we didn't know Ari from a can of paint, she was nobody famous. She was a regular girl that worked at T-Mobile.
Hmm.
Let's just say we seen Ari. No one is going to look at Ari, and if anybody say they will, they lying. No one is going to look at Ari and say that's a
X.
trans woman. You're going to
Hmm.
automatically equate to what you see as a woman. So if a man is attracted to that, in my eyes,
I think
then
a
I'm
woman would. I think a woman would know that's not a
no.
woman.
I'm sorry. That's bullshit. I'm sorry.
See,
That's bullshit. I'm
that I don't
sorry.
Yeah.
agree with. I
I'm
I
don't
mean,
sorry.
if
agree.
I
you're
think
not
that's a
a,
lie.
are you a
Yeah.
That's a
woman?
lie. I think that's a lie. I
The
think that's a
reason why
lie.
I don't agree with that. Wait, hold on,
Okay.
Charlie. The reason
I
why I don't
mean,
agree
I
with that.
disagree, but I digress.
The reason, no, let me tell you. Let me tell you
I don't
why I
have
don't agree
anything
with that.
else
And
to
I'm gonna,
say. Like I said, I love everybody.
yeah,
I want everybody to live in their truth and be
no,
themselves fully.
don't leave yet,
But
because I want to
me,
make
if
a
I was
point.
trans, I just say, hey, I'm a trans. If anybody
Right.
does anything after that, nigga, you gay. Like,
I'm
simple.
gonna make a point. Listen. Now, I'm gonna make a point because I don't want this to get heated or nothing. Okay,
What? I
so
can't. I
the
can't
reason,
hear.
can you hear me? Can y'all hear me, y'all?
Yeah, I
Can y'all
can't
hear me?
hear.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
hear you.
I
We
feel
hear
like I
Okay.
you.
gotta go. Good night,
There,
everybody.
oh, oh, my bad.
Uh,
Okay, I'm gonna still make my point though. The reason why I would say I don't agree with that point is because if you know how she said that that you can't a woman could be able to tell everything, you that would go as the same equation, that would equate to the same as Don saying every dude can tell if a T girl's a T girl. Not every dude could tell, so you can't say the same thing every woman could tell either. You get what I'm saying? So I that's why I don't
yes.
feel like that statement is true. Like you can't say every
I
woman can
think
spot a T girl because not every man can spot a T girl.
I think a lot of guys just be in denial though,
They
and
do
they
be in
use
denial. Don't
that
get
That
me
as
wrong. It'd be
part.
a large
a
majority of
way.
them, but there's a few that are just that dumb.
There's a
Like
lot
the
of
feet, the
stigmatisms,
hands,
like
the
or
neck.
So,
stigmatism, like
Like you can
it's
tell.
just oh my
okay,
god.
I'm gonna add
I
a
think
couple
that they knew
more. I'm gonna add
about.
a couple more,
In my
y'all.
opinion, I think everybody knew about Pookie because, like I said in the Discord, Pookie is pretty as she is. She's clockable. I'm sorry, you can tell Pookie is trans. So even
Mhm.
when Don said, "Oh yeah, they got to blame other people besides Pookie," but you was in her DM saying you didn't know. That's the whole thing. Like I feel like a lot of guys do know, but Pookie is clockable. I hate to say it, she's a pretty girl, but she's clockable. So for people saying they didn't know Pookie was trans, I believe that's some bullshit. I'm sorry, I hate to say it, I believe it's some BS because Pookie, you can tell Pookie's trans. But like Ari, YG, you can't tell that they were trans. They look like they were born natural, and I don't want to say that, but they look like they were naturally born women,
Mhm.
in my
And I
opinion.
did. I tuned into. I should have clipped it to show y'all, but that'd be too messy. But I went into Ari Live. Okay, because I had to ask. I was like, hey, what would you do if you were in Pookie's situation? And she says, I wouldn't even be in that situation. She said, I would have told him straight up. And she was like, and trust me, they wouldn't have given up. I said, oh. So it's like it's different for different people, y'all. I'm telling y'all, like she said this herself, y'all. I have the video. But yeah. Now I added two more people. I added Dre, and then I add sitting here waiting. So what do y'all think about this? Let's start off with Dre.
Hey Pierre, hey everybody, how's it going?
What's up? What's up? What's up?
I
Hey, I haven't watched the Hookup, but I know who Pookie is just from
Now,
watching.
babes, you calling in talking about you
No,
never watched it?
no. Just I know who Pookie is from watching Dollhouse, but I've been seeing
Okay.
like the interviews, and I was kind of confused to like why it became such like a big ordeal because I guess maybe everybody didn't watch Dollhouse, but I'm like, if you watch Dollhouse, you will know. But if I hadn't watched Dollhouse, I probably would have known Pookie wasn't a trans right away, but I would have been able to detect it sooner or later.
Mhm.
Sooner or later,
Now
I would
you
have
didn't
been.
watch the first episode?
I only seen like clips here and there, but I did see
Hey.
where she went in
Mhm.
the closet with the guy, and that might have been her time to tell her, but it looked like he might have just known, but just was acting shocked when ET said something. But I thought it was pretty shady for ET to tell that man that. I don't know, like if ET and Pookie are like good Judies or they're just industry friends. I don't know, but I did think it was kind of sneaky for ET to do
And not
that.
STV, there is no friends. Let me stop.
Don't ever trust anybody who wear Mexican Jordans.
You and these Mexican Jordans is something else. Jay, I had to remove you because you didn't watch the episode. Okay. What is going on? I add you. You put hold on. Oh no, then you move yourself. Okay. Okay. Season 3 baddie, you back. What's up? Ain't no bad. All right. Hold on. Hold on. I'm finna add. All right, Taj, what is going on?
Nothing much. Just sitting here listening.
All right. Now
Um,
we have developed the conversation as to more. What do you think about some of the stuff that's been said so far? You have any points to make?
I don't know. I just feel like
Can you
I
hear
think her
me?
name.
I can hear you, season 3 Betty, but hold
Can
on.
you hear me?
Yes, yes, yes.
All right. Listen, I can't hear you, but I can read your lips. So I'm just going to say what I have to say because I was cut out early. I was driving through the mountains. So listen, at the end of the day, I think Now Let's TV was dead wrong. I'm a woman and I can't clock all transgenders. What else do I got?
Okay. Thank you for
I just think
agreeing.
everybody was wrong in this situation. And now I'm starting to think when they went behind the door, Pookie was like, I'm a doll. I don't think she told she was transgender, but she might have because he didn't get as mad as homeboy as Rayface. He never confronted her like that. You
Which
see what
is
I mean? I know
interesting
I
thing
can't
about
hear
that.
you, but I can see your mouth moving. So I'm gonna just hope you
Right.
hear what I'm saying.
Mhm,
But that's all I gotta say. Love you. I
mhm.
just want to jump back in because I was driving through the mountains and I cut out. Y'all have a blessed night
Okay.
and
Love you,
stay
love you,
black.
love you. All right. No, that is interesting. I was kind of hoping that we got to see more of like that, the aftermath of that, because it seemed like they just kind of like whoop, over it. And it's like now I feel like if they had more of an aftermath with everything that went down, all the online spillover wouldn't have been as much as it was.
I
So
think he
there's
was
that.
just embarrassed in the moment, though. Like, I think he really didn't know what to do in that
I think
moment.
he was just like
Thank you.
going with the flow, and then when ET like said something, he was just like, "Oh, like the cameras are on me. Let me." I don't know. Like, I think he was like maybe thinking he felt and like looked stupid, but I'm just like, I don't know.
Mm.
Nah, his face
but
gave
hey,
genuine surprise, but he's acting like he had to go bleach his mouth afterwards. Like he's making it a bigger deal than anyone else is. He's worried about what his bald headed mama gonna think, and who cares what she thinks outside of you? No shade.
wait, but can I just say one thing? I'm
Yeah.
so
But
sorry,
it is a
Pierre,
big deal if you're not,
because I was
gay.
listening. Right. Okay. So I was listening earlier, and you said something about transphobic.
Right.
I don't necessarily think everybody is transphobic. Like for one,
Mm.
Pookie saw ET messing with that dude.
Right.
ET turned around, Pookie waving like her hand across his chest. So I was like, oh, got it. So the girl code's already broken. So I don't have to spare you because you didn't spare me.
Mm.
So let's clock that because everybody seems to be forgetting that.
That is
That's why
true.
ET was like, oh, mama, got it.
He
Right.
Gotcha.
was the same one rubbing on her butt though, talking about threesomes with him. So if the girl code was cracked, what you should have said that right then and there and pulled a Kayla and be like, not my man. But
Well, either way,
But
the
okay,
girl
Bia though,
code
but
was cracked, and ET handled it the way that she wanted to. Period.
now
So
I
I
don't
don't.
agree with how she did it, but I agree with the point of Pookie. That's your friend or acquaintance, whatever, man, and you feeling on
She
him
even
knowing
said
that's my
that
dude.
ET
Right.
nigga wanted me. ET nigga was feeling me, and that's the whole point. That's why it's not a transphobic thing. It's low key, and nobody likes to admit this, but I think a girl earlier said that somebody thought she was a trans woman. I've
Right.
experienced that too. I'm taller, I'm curvy, I
Mhm,
have more of a dominant personality. I'm out. You know what I mean? So, my friends consider me flamboyant all the time. So
mhm,
I have been addressed as a trans woman. And I'm like, do you guys fail to realize I have a mom and a daddy? Some people
mm.
shake like they daddy. That's the reason why pretty boys do exist. You know what I mean? So it's
Right.
just like you don't know all the time.
question: did ET and that man not just meet that day?
Thank you. They just met within
'Cause
the
all
first
that
10
But
men
minutes.
got
How
to
are
do
regardless
you?
was
of
I'm
the
was
like,
go.
what?
fact,
That's
but
not her man. They was there for 15
regardless
minutes.
of the fact though, and no, if you guys listen, ET is the reason he's on the show. They've actually hung out prior to. Do you
Mm.
guys not listen?
So then that's
Him and
on
ET was hanging out prior
Tia.
to the show.
If that's the case, then he shouldn't have been going in the first place. That's just misdirected jealousy. That's hate. That's envy. That's
I
jealousy.
agree. But that's the thing. ET didn't do that to spite Pookie. She did that to spite him. Are you? Like she
Yes, but
literally
that's
said
where
that.
the intent
But that
comes
makes
behind the
Pookie into a
conversation
joke because
because
you
she
can't say
didn't
she's
do it to notify him on
yeah.
TV. So by the way, she's
Right.
and
She
she's
did it to make fun of him
a
because she said
spiteful man.
it.
No, she did say it. And
She
Pookie,
said,
Right.
I
"Oh,
mean,
She said
That's
you
why I
gonna
don't
go into that
agree with
closet
how
and
she did
I'm
it.
gonna surprise you." She said
And
it
the
as
fact that
to
she was
an
hanging out
attack on
with him
Pookie.
before the show is even to me worse. Cause it's like, damn, we cool like that. You couldn't even say something and save me all of this hoopla. And now I'm all in this mix. I'm all over the blogs. I'm on Neighborhood Talk. I'm on Shade Room.
Exactly.
And
Don't
I
get me
don't
wrong. I
think
still do agree Pookie should have said something now. I don't want to hear nobody say, oh, so you don't think no, Pookie should have said something 100%. But I'm
I
The
don't
saying
think
gag,
when you say
the gag
transphobic.
was when she watched her walk away with
oh,
Pookie.
I
no,
don't.
right.
Let's clarify this. I don't believe when you said people are transphobic, it's because of the whole Pookie situation.
No, no,
It's
no, no,
because
no.
of no, no. Look, I just want to. I think it's because of the mindset, like the caller before when she said, "If you mess with
Right,
a trans person, you're gay." That's not.
right.
I don't like that because trans men don't get the same stigmatization as trans women.
But
Y'all automatically think that like. A man is not attracted to make someone gay. You're attracted to another man. This whole goes into my whole point of Savannah. If someone sleeps with Savannah, how were they gay? They are not attracted to a man. They're attracted to a woman. But a lot of heterosexual women would say, no, they
Mhm.
automatically equate to you're gay. Not
Mhm.
even you're bisexual.
but
You're gay.
let's be clear, everyone doesn't have the same definition anymore of what a man and woman is. I don't care how, I mean, a lot of us just don't have the same opinions and definition of things. So that's expected.
Mm.
But that doesn't make a person transphobic because some people just don't understand. I don't think a man is gay if he's attracted to a trans woman because physically they look like women. But I'm not gonna lie,
Mhm.
two sausages planning a like that's not my thing. You know what I mean? And that is what it is. I don't give a fuck if you
That's
got
my
titties
thing.
either. That's my thing. It's confusing. Do we like hot dogs or do we like hamburgers? You have to choose. Now you're being greedy. Like we're eating everything, so you have to pick a side.
So you
Yeah,
would
but
not be comfortable if your man was into trans women.
Okay,
Absolutely
so this
not.
is what people are not understanding. What is
Mhm.
into? Like if my man saw
Attracted.
JB's,
Attracted.
no,
If they
JB's is T.
right.
JB's is gorgeous.
Right. No,
But
okay. I'm gonna break it down even further. If you and your man are watching TV, you turn on Dollhouse and JB's is on there. She round of applause, she come out at the reunion, and then you was like, oh, that's the T girl, and then he's like, he says, oh, she's still fine, like da, 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 I like that, I want that. Would you be okay with that?
I want that. You're throwing me for a loop, babe. Just we gotta slow down. But she is pretty. I mean, I feel like JB's. We have similar
Mhm.
features. Big lip. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
tall, curvy. Like that's my set. So
Yeah.
I think she's very attractive. But I think for me, when we have sexual, it just crosses the lines when it comes to sex. I just, it's
Mm.
because let's be clear. When you're being intimate, things happen, and I just personally, I'm gonna be. This may sound ignorant, but I don't need my man sucking dick better than me. Just that's all. I can't do it.
Mm.
but
I
what if
think
you don't
for
have
me,
it
that's what.
anymore? Because no
Okay,
shade,
well, that's a different
the point
conversation.
that there is a difference between finding someone attractive and being attracted to them.
Right.
You can admit that
Agreed.
someone looks good without getting bricked up whenever you see them. Like there
Because
is a difference between
Right.
the
Because
two.
even Rayface, when he did that, when he found out Pookie was trans, I didn't like how he was like, "No, I don't find you. You're not pretty," or whatever he said. It's like, nigga, she was just sitting on your lap. You clearly find her pretty.
Exactly.
All you had to do was say, "You're a pretty woman. I'm just not into that type of woman." That's all you had to say. You didn't have to try to
Exactly.
down her
I
after
agree.
finding out she was trans. That was not necessary.
And let's
Facts.
go back. The topic, the reason why I brought up the transphobia thing is because of the questioning of, hey, are you a T girl or not? Because I feel like a lot of stuff that goes on in like online, a lot of women, like yourself, you just admitted, people have asked you before, like, are you trans or not? A lot of people do
Hmm.
not understand how transphobia, it trickles down to biological women as well, because some people may mistreat a biological woman just because they think that they're trans, whole time they're not.
Correct.
Right.
That's what I was referring to,
Don't
by
make
the
me
way.
come
Right.
on
Yeah.
and say how that relates to
Right.
colorism. No,
Right.
like, ooh, don't get me started on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely a thing,
Mm-hmm.
especially when you're an Amazon.
Period. You're a tall girly.
Exactly.
All right.
I
All right. I'm
just
gonna
don't
add in
think
two
that
more.
it's
Go ahead. Go ahead.
necessarily transphobia because somebody doesn't agree with what your beliefs are, though. I think people are entitled to their own beliefs.
Mm-hmm.
I
Hmm.
do think if a guy, me personally, I would not date a guy who's been with a transgender because I would consider him gay. Because if you like, I don't even know if I can say this on YouTube. If you like the back door, girls have that, right?
Mhm.
If you're with a transgender, most of them don't have the surgery. So you're with them because you like something else that I don't have. I can't give to you.
So,
I just
Mm.
want to
question: what
say,
do y'all define as transgender? Because y'all are making it seem like the only transgender people are the
Can y'all
ones who
hear
had
me?
gender affirming
Go
surgery,
ahead, V.
when
Go
that's
ahead,
not
V.
the
wait,
case.
wait, wait.
Go ahead, V, and
Before,
then you can
I'm
go V. I'm
sorry.
sorry.
I'm so
Go
sorry
ahead, V.
to
Yes.
overtalk. I
Yes.
just want to say, like, this might sound like a little crazy, but like, I live from like, or I live in a West Texas town. It's
Mhm.
very small, very narrow minded. And so like I've kind of seen like different types of people like as I've kind of moved out. I've currently gotten settled in like Dallas, so it's a lot more different compared to smaller town. But it's very common, as crazy as it sounds, is like I know like maybe two or three straight couples, both biological, male and female. Um, they have whole families together and everything. And like, it sounds crazy, but this male in the relationship is actually very attracted to having the biological female peg him often.
Oh.
And it sounds sounds crazy and whatnot. It sounds to some that would say sounds gay, because for one, some believe males shouldn't be into that if they're with women. But I mean, I think it has everything to do with, sex wise and whatnot. Because like I said, like these people, like they're whole straight couple, have kids, like
Mhm.
everything,
But he
like
just likes the pattern.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. I done
Yeah, a
told you.
lot
I
of
said it on this channel. The dudes be liking the pattern. Go ahead. Go ahead.
oh, I've encountered a
Yeah.
few men who like pegging as well.
Mhm.
Um, I don't know. I don't. I'm pretty open because I have male friends who have been molested when they were younger, but they're attracted to women, but they also know what that sensation feels like. So I guess you just have to get to know the person honestly.
Okay.
I try not to judge because again, you never know how people got exposed to certain sensations. Because ultimately it feels good to them. So I don't know.
Okay. I added up Maria. So what is going on, Maria?
Sorry, my phone was messing up.
All right. Can you hear
But
me?
yeah, can you hear
All
me?
right. Yes, I can hear you. What do you think about the whole situation that happened with the hookup part one? The hookup part two, the episode one with Pookie.
Okay, so I don't know if you saw like the guys, like he was on live and he was talking about how he like ET set him up, and then also like he was messing with somebody in the cat, like in the production, and
Mm.
like he was like he felt like he was like kind of like set up twice because the person in the production, the girl that he was messing with, like before he even went on the show, like didn't even tell him. And that's like so messed up. Like I kind of get it on like both sides because I feel like as a trans woman, like if you're a trans woman, you don't think that you're not a woman. Like you don't like in your head you're a woman, so you're like why should I tell somebody like if I feel like a woman, like why if you're attracted to me then obviously you like women. So in their head they think like that, but I also feel like there's like boundaries and you should think about other people. And like as a straight man, like you almost feel like so confused when something like that happens to you because you're like, do I like men now? But also like with like what that girl said earlier, like with her saying like if you're a woman you know that somebody's a trans woman, like I don't think that's true because
Thank
I've like especially the girls in like Thailand and all that, like they literally look like women, and there's a lot of women that look like let's not act like ET or Ivory or like they don't look
And that
less
goes
like
back
a
to my
woman.
point.
Yes,
The
and
thing
it's
is,
like
that's why I was saying that a lot of people do not realize how transphobia affects a lot of people. Because if people are more accepting of other people, like some people, they'll mistreat a woman that's actually a biological woman because they think they're trans,
yes, and I
and the
think
whole
like
time they're not.
it all goes back to like women and like just not even transphobia but like
Yeah.
homophobia. Like I think a lot of people are just homophobic, even like girls that have gay friends and stuff, like they're still homophobic. They don't want you to take their man, or they don't like like, no disrespect to the girl earlier that said she wouldn't be with like a man that's been with a trans woman, but you probably been with a guy that's been with a trans woman or a gay guy and you don't even know.
Yeah.
Like men are just, they're attracted to
Scared
anything.
her.
They're attracted to anything, like, and especially if they're very
Child.
like sexually active, like it just be like that. But you should tell people because at the end of the day, like guys most of the time are going regardless. So it's like go ahead and just tell him, and they'll make that choice on their own. But
Now, what do you think about YBZ's reaction to all of this? We saw in the episode he picked up a bottle, he almost cracked Pookie over the head with it.
I feel like people just be doing stuff for TV because it's like I don't know, like that's crazy, like to do all that, like. But I mean, I kind of understand, like, but it's not like you were the one in the closet with him, so it's like just relax.
Okay.
Can I say
Now,
something?
yes.
Sorry. Okay. Oh my God. This whole season has been crazy. I kind of understand where Pookie's coming from. I think they set her up. And because she's young, I feel like she should have saw the setup coming, but because she's young, she didn't see it coming. Because we've been calling it now that's set up for like 5 years.
Now let's set up.
They set her up, and they're not going to come out and say that they set her up or apologize. Like a lot of people have been saying, why don't they just apologize to the guy? Because if you admit fault, and I was a pre-law major, if you admit fault and apologize, you're saying you did something wrong. Legally, you would have a case.
So you think that's why they were kind of mincing words in the live?
Yes.
Okay.
I feel like it's a combination of both, though. Like they set him up, and she should have told him, like, because it's like
it's not. I'm a unpopular opinion. It's not her job to tell them. She's not the one who casted them. The company has to tell you what's going on. She does not have to tell you.
But you being a legal eagle.
But like in real life, as a person, like you should though.
But this isn't real life. This is reality TV.
It's real life mixed with reality TV.
Yeah.
I will say that.
Nah, it's reality TV. Because if she feels,
but that's just real life.
No, because if she can prove that someone told her, and I feel like Gigi kind of clocked it a little bit because she said on camera, "Oh, she felt like y'all knew." So she's admitting that she thought that they all
Gigi
knew.
clocked it.
Gigi, not that Gigi. Gigi was like,
okay, wait, I was like, wait.
Yeah.
I was like, what post? I need to go and see it.
No, Gigi.
I always think of Gigi clocked it when anybody says Gigi regards to not a TV.
Yeah, Gigi was like, she thought that y'all knew, and there was some kind of miscommunication, and I believe her. I don't think, no shade to that lady, I don't think Pookie's that smart to go in there and try to deceive. I feel like she really thought that these people knew. That's just my opinion. I feel like she still could, either one of them, the Kelvin guy but I don't, this is where it gets tricky because no shade to both of them. They're not smart enough to realize that they have a case, but they really do have a case because both of them were tricked. More so Kelvin than Pookie.
But let's talk legal about it. How could you have a case if there's no cameras? What happened in the closet? Y'all could have went in the closet and whispered sweet nothings to each other.
But not even just about that. They can sue for they publicly embarrassed him.
Perception.
Because perception. Because if he's not gay and they're making him look like he's gay, that's
but then it goes back to Charlie's point earlier. Is he technically gay if he's with a trans woman? I don't agree, especially depending on the surgery.
It doesn't matter it doesn't matter what the actuality is. It's how he feels. All of us are perceiving, not all of us. When I say all of us, I don't mean like literally all of us, but the vast majority are perceiving him as gay. He said on the live, people think he's gay. He said he's not gay. Now he has people in the comments. This went like worldwide. Like this is not like a little.
It was pretty big. Yeah, it was on. They were talking everything.
You can say that this gave him all type of stress and everything is super defamation. Yeah, people that are accusing him, even with Mr. Ratbird saying it. Oh, would you go to a job and not know what you're doing? You would know what you like. And if you go to a job interview, they're going to tell you what you're interviewing for. They're going to tell you up front, like, hey, this is the position you're interviewing for. This is what you got to do. So his analogy talking about a job which you not know what you're doing makes no sense to me. That was just stupid.
That gay
That's
club
why
analogy was crazy. This
that
man said, if
was. I
somebody
don't know
invited you
where
to
he
a
was
gay
going with
club.
He was just checking his temp. That's all. He knew what was coming. Because no
I do
funny
want to chime in.
that the only person who made Kelvin look gay was Kelvin. Sorry, you could have just ended it as, "Oh, I'm not a trans woman," and that would have been it. Because, like you said earlier, we didn't even see a scene of like his reaction. Essentially, like he was quiet during the whole conversation with Gigi. Like that was his moment to be like, "Let me clear the air. I don't have no beef with you. I am a straight man." But instead, YBZ stole his voice box. So it was kind of like wrong messenger, essentially. Now, is there emotional duress? Yes. But is there defamation? No, because Now That's TV never came and said, "Hey, y'all, here's Calvin. He's not straight." No. Did they leave
But
it
where it gets tricky is it's implied now.
Yes,
so
implied
if Pookie
defamation.
is a
That's
woman,
where it
like
gets
B
legal.
Yeah,
say,
they
if
letting
she's
it run the narrative.
a woman,
Yeah.
how is he gay? And that's what I was saying earlier, where it's like it also depends on how people, I hate to say the word define, but what they consider actual trans people or not, because you can be trans without having gender affirming surgery. So the people who are like, "Oh, I'd be mad if my husband slept with a trans person if they was both swinging mics." What if she didn't have her mic anymore? Then what? Because like what are the questions that we're asking of these people to even get that information out of them in the first place, you know? And trans women aren't the only trans people. There are trans men too who they're typically more easily clockable because they be like 5'3". But say
Being you're canceled.
The shade.
No shade. They be small, like they be stud height, but they got a beard. So you're like, "Oh, okay, I know what's going on here." But I don't want to erase the fact that they exist too, and that there's so much more nuance to the conversation. Should Pookie have said it? Yes. Should ET have said it? No. Should Now That's TV had created a scenario in which she should have been required to say it upon the introduction? Also, yes. And that would have ended that whole thing. They set this up so that she is essentially a villain here. So if Calvin's filing a suit, low key, Pookie could act like this ruined her life too and file the same one.
That's a
I
good point, though. I'm
agree.
not gonna
I
lie.
think they both should, to be honest.
Yeah, that's what I was
Like
about
You're
they
to
just
say. They
like
need to team up.
subject to unnecessary
sis trying to
violence.
get a job. It's like my email. By the way.
Somebody tag ET below, tag Pookie below.
Right. Tag the people out. Okay, I'm gonna add one more person, y'all. We're gonna end it off here, okay? Tori, what's going on? Oh yeah, somebody earlier. Who was that? Because I didn't see a highlight. Who's talking?
It's
Somebody said they
Leon
had something to
Twin.
say. Yes. What's up, Leon?
Not much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got something to add to this, man. I
Yeah.
think Now That's TV is like dead wrong for doing that, because it's more or less like, you know, if you know, I feel like they're doing stuff for ratings, right? And you know
Which a lot of
this.
networks do, just to play devil's advocate. But go ahead.
Yeah, I just feel like when you're doing things for ratings, this is a curveball, and I just feel like, I know sometimes like the trans thing is kind of like depending how you look at it, but just coming from my point of view, if you know there's a straight man on there, heterosexual man who likes biological females, I don't think that's right to do, because you don't know the after effects of um of certain things. Like I've had a situation where someone tried to like try me, and when I said
Now
something about
define
it,
try you. Please go into detail so the viewers are aware.
so I had someone, a classmate of mine, that thought it was going to be, knowing I had a full on girlfriend, thought it was going to be a good idea to try to put his hands on my knee, and knowing that I don't like men, once
Like,
again.
okay, so we gotta break it down now. Put
Okay.
his
So
hands on your knee. Like, what you
okay.
mean? Like
Okay.
slowly.
Yeah, well,
Was
what
he
it was
caressing it?
that we had a like a high school reunion or whatnot, and we was at the chill environment. It was like a whole bunch of us. I knew he was full blown gay.
Okay.
However, we were just let's say you're sitting down like with a bunch of people on a park bench, pretty much.
Okay.
He thought it was a good idea to try to like put his hands on my knee.
What
Right?
if he was trying to get up?
No, he wasn't trying to
I'm
get up
messing
because
with
when I slapped his hand, he did it again.
Okay.
Right. So once he did it again, I got up and moved. I told a friend of mine what happened because my whole thing about it was a lot of times with like black men, if you hit a person, say you hit a homosexual person, the first thing
Okay.
they're going to say is that you're homophobic. They're not going to say, "Hey, my personal space was violated."
Mm.
The first thing that's going to come out is, "Hey, you're homophobic." No, it's like, I'm not homophobic. I'm not attracted to men. I don't want any man touching me in that type of matter. Next thing I know, a rumor got spread around saying, "Hey, he's gay."
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? So, and this is amongst like my classmates.
Mhm.
And even though people are saying, "Hey, that's not true, that's not true," this person who's a known homosexual was like, "Hey, yeah, he's gay." And basically, you had some women, so and like in because I went to all black school, they're like,
Mhm.
"Well, you should have just unalived him. You should have did this to prove
Ooh.
that you're not gay." And I'm like, "Bro, I have a corporate job. Like, trust me. Do I want to lay hands? But at the same time, it's going to come across as a hate crime because once again, no one's going to understand. Hey, my personal space was violated. I knocked your hand out the way the first time. I knocked your hand out the way the second time. But just because I didn't like unalive you or tee off on you and go to jail and lose my corporate job, now I must like it." So that's why I feel sorry for this dude because it's just more or less like, I feel like ET, for
Mhm.
instance, like everybody goes this narrative like, "Hey, we got to protect black women, got to protect black women," and that's
Mhm.
cool. But this is a black woman who set him up based off, how she felt a certain type of way, knowing that this dude probably discussed with you early on. I like biological women.
But
That's
what would you say to people that's saying, how could you blame ET for that when one is Pookie job to say something and then it's not a TV
well,
job to provide a
they
platform?
both. I'll put it this way: ET set him up, right?
Okay.
I also feel like Pookie should have been forthcoming. I watched Dollhouse because I find it funny. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And hey, like I said, I got nothing against. I got a gay brother and everything, gay
Uh-huh.
ally, all that stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
However, I just feel this is no different if you would go to jail for not disclosing your HIPAA stuff, if you know what I mean.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Right? Because you wouldn't knowingly do that, right? I mean, some people maybe do because they got medication stuff like that, but in certain instances,
Oh
you
yeah, no,
wouldn't.
it is a very illegal.
Yes, exactly. So you wouldn't knowingly go and do that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody will pretty much damn you to hell for having those 3 House of Virginia, and you knowingly spreading it to people without informing them. I'm not saying this is, just as
You're
deadly.
not
But
trying
what
to
I'm saying
compare
is,
them, but you're
yeah,
just
I'm
trying
not
to make an
comparing them, but I'm
analogy.
just saying,
Okay.
you should
I got you.
not be discreet about it. You should just say, "Hey, man, I'm a doll, I'm a trans, or whatever you want to call it," and then let him make the choice. Yeah, there are a lot of undercover dudes. My brother tells me about it all the time. He says, so we can't. I don't want to go with the narrative like, "Oh, because he's this man. He looks like a thug that he's not on the DL." Because my brother tells me all the time, the dudes that you think that are hood, they are bottoms.
Yeah, they're the most
All
DL
bottoms.
ones. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yes, that's what
That
he
is
told me.
very true.
So I can no longer even go off that. I tested him on and say, "Oh, he's the neighborhood dope boy," because the neighborhood dope boy is a bottom. However, I just feel like you should give somebody that choice and just say, "Hey, y'all, I'm Pookie. You know what I'm saying? I'm a doll. Nice to meet you." And then one of them would have asked, "What is a doll?" Because I had to ask what a doll was. I thought it was like a Barbie. Like,
You
we
didn't
ain't
know
no
But
what a
Barbie,
doll was
baby.
before Dollhouse.
I didn't know what it was. Like,
But to me, you're mixing apples and oranges, right? So your first situation that you were talking about with your classmates or whatever, you were
That was
speaking
a gay
about
male.
that was a gay man. We're talking about Pookie. Let's just say you didn't know Pookie at a bar. Y'all were having a conversation. Outside, I don't mean to disrespect your relationship, or whatever. Given a scenario, y'all was at a bar having a conversation. You didn't know Pookie was trans. She touched your shoulder or touched your leg because y'all having a conversation, just flirtatious conversation. It doesn't go anywhere outside of that. You're saying that you would sock Pookie in the face like that. So you can't
no,
compare
no,
those
I didn't
two
say
because this
that.
is a
No, because
man.
no, because sometimes people talk with their hands. You know what I'm saying? I can be laughing, ha ha, kiki, and you may slap you on the back or something like that. But what I'm saying is, because you can't help who you meet in the club or who you meet in certain areas. You can't help that. However, if you're on a dating show, I think you should then disclose who's who and what is what. That's what I'm
Yeah,
getting
I
at.
do. I do believe Pookie
Yes.
should have told, but I just don't believe she should have just went in there and announced it like, "Hey, I'm trans." Whoever she would have dealt with, I feel like Pookie should have pulled them to the side and say, "Hey, I'm letting you know that I'm a trans woman," even though I don't know how you don't know when you're on that network. But I believe
Yeah.
she definitely should have told that. My opinion, the internet made Calvin feel the way feels now and spazzing out because like I said before in the show, Calvin wasn't even upset after that. Everybody was chill. It wasn't until it showed on the internet now. Thousands of people are calling him gay and all this other stuff, and he has to defend himself about something that, in my opinion, he would have had no problem with. But
But how
because
do we know that if they didn't edit it out? Because you never know. They could edit.
We
Oh,
don't
now
know
this
if
TV
they
would have never
edited.
edited that moment out. You
At
crazy as
all.
hell.
That
You
would
know
have
what I'm
been
saying? They
right,
could edit out a
a
crash out
popular
moment.
episode.
This live happened because of that moment. Yeah, right.
But I think to the gentleman's point who was just speaking, if he had reacted and fought Pookie because of that, then he would have been transphobic in that moment.
And
So
canceled.
people, yes, and people do think about stuff because what if he's trying to get on other networks or whatever the case? I don't know what he does for a living, but
Mhm.
that's going to stick with him. You
It's
can't
so
Right.
nice to
react
have
in a
that
moment or tell
you want
somebody
them
how
to.
to react because they're upset.
I'm not
Because
saying
on
that you
Love
should tell somebody
Cabin,
how to react. My whole thing is, I said Pookie should have said who she was, but again, we have to make Calvin take some responsibility. You're walking into a closet with somebody that you met within the first 5 minutes, calling herself Pookie. I don't know no bitch named
Right.
Pookie that ain't over 55. Every aunt is named Pookie. So why are you sitting there walking into a closet with
Or a
somebody
street nigga named Pookie.
Pookie? Like, come
Let
on, like
A
we don't
literal
that.
closet at that. Like
let
you
Like,
took
come
the
on, we got to
pen and
take some
wrote the joke
responsibility. He's
yourself.
not as innocent as people. It was wrong for the network to do that. Pookie should have definitely said something. But at the end of
Yeah.
the day, you walked into a closet with somebody that you met within the first 5 minutes, even though you was just talking to her friend. Like, take some type of
Mm.
responsibility here. Like, you were wrong too. You should have just kept your dick in your pants and not try to put it inside Pookie.
Well,
can,
What
hopefully
they
he
can I
does
really
keep
should
it
can
have
in
I
his
add on to
pants,
that real
but
quick?
Yeah, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
All right, so this how I feel. At first, I don't think that ET set nobody up. She didn't even know what was about to go down. Like she had already chose her nigga or whatever. She didn't know what was about to go down. She stepped off. That was his time to step off. But in that same 5 minutes that they were doing their quick little greet, like where you from, da 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 da, she could have said, "Hey, I'm also trans." Or during her intro, when Chastity had said something like, "I'm the most beautiful girl or prettiest girl here," she said, "I'm the sexiest girl here," or something like. It's given a little
She
like,
said doll, but no, not everybody knows what doll means. Just for
correct.
clarification. Go ahead.
okay,
Yes.
okay,
Correct.
Yes.
okay. But
Right.
honestly, doll and trans, like that's
Right.
not really the same. And I don't think Pookie was ever gonna say she's trans. I don't think that she likes to I felt she felt like she was really embarrassed to have to do that in front of Ray Face. We seen how she reacted to Unique when Unique had called her trans. Like she felt like it was diminishing her womanhood. So she wouldn't have been accepting that like to begin with, and she wouldn't have been open to call herself that or introduce herself as that. So I don't think she would have never told that man. Like I don't know how far she would have took it or how far they did take it because he looked like he was sick to his stomach. I don't know what happened in there, but I don't know. It seemed like they got a lawsuit if he really want to push that, but I think he just want to be on TV again, possibly. I don't know, but yeah,
Mhm.
that's
All
my.
right.
I
Thank you.
think
Thank you.
he
Go ahead.
reacted that way to so Unique saying it is because it came from Uniqua. Like no shade. Like you're not about to clock me for nothing with your fake Ricks on. You're not doing that. We're not doing that. Like, and she kept emphasizing, like, yeah, you're a girl, but I'm a real girl, and you're a toy girl. Like he's just a toy. You're a toy, Woody. Like that's what Unique was giving in that interaction, and I think that's the reason why she was reacting to it that way. I would have loved to see more of the conversation between Calvin and ET after she told him that and they went inside. Because if y'all are saying that ET knew him before the show and she didn't put her, you telling me she didn't put him on to who was getting casted? Come on. And to
Yeah.
be like, oh,
Yeah.
well, she walked away. She thought he was following suit. Of course, she's going to say that in her confessionals when she's setting up the pick before the role. She's
Right.
going
It's
to
called like storyline forming. Yes, yes, yes.
legit, like we
Correct.
don't know
Yeah.
what that timeline was actually like. They could have been in that bathroom together for 20 minutes making out, and ET was all talking about let's take a shower with her. What did she think that he was gonna see when Pookie got in that shower? Like, I would have liked to see that. I also think that maybe them adding an additional T girl to the show would have made more sense, because with Pookie being the only one there, it begs to question what was the real intent behind her being here in the first place. Yes, we know that your cast members like a myriad of things, but then you only give them one to choose from. That's
Correct.
where it starts to look shady. I don't think that some of the other girls from Dollhouse would have turned down the bag, and they're not the only femme presenting and passing dolls in the world either. So you could have definitely found some dolls that would have showed up, gave femme queen, gave just woman, period, that would have at least been able to be like, okay, we casted a myriad of things because people like a myriad of things, versus we casted
I
one.
will say this, and I'm so pissed she wasn't answering, but me and her been talking. They did reach out to another trans girl, y'all. This is a little exclusive. It's on her page. She even said it. I even could show y'all the video. Uh, I guess somebody that works for another TV ended up contacting her, and they were like, "Hey, like, do you want to do like this dating show?" Da, da, da. And then she was like, "No, she did. I guess didn't really wasn't feeling like the vibe of not as TV." And then now that this happened, she made a video. She like, thank God I ain't do it, because look what happened.
Yeah, it's
So
messy.
just so you know, Pookie was not the only one reached out to from
Because even on the next episode, you see that Landon and what's the name is going to be on there? What's the crash out dude name?
Pootie.
Pootie. Yeah. So it's like what you was doing. You staggered it, but so obviously the cast is going to be accumulation of heterosexuals and homosexuals, which is cool. But you should have just said, "Hey, this is gonna be an all access show. We're gonna have our dolls on here. We're gonna have our dudes from Mommy G with her funky Punani. You know
Yeah,
what
they
I'm
reached
saying?
out
And
to Jaya. She works for TS Madison. I was talking. She was supposed to be on this live, but I think she's busy. But I sent her the link. But I wanted to get her perspective of everything. But they did reach out to her.
Pierre, also I got something to tell you, man. I'm about to have a baby entertainer. She's coming
Oh,
March
for real? Oh,
7th. Yes.
congratulations.
That's why I have not been on here for a while, because I've been getting ready
Yes,
for this
I
baby
remember.
shower. So yeah. So
Congratulations.
thank
All
you.
right.
Thank you.
I'm gonna end the live, you guys. Thank you guys so much for joining in. Thank you so much, Charlie. Thank you so much, Bia. I love to do videos like this because it's good to have conversations, healthy conversations about certain topics like this. I plan on doing a lot of videos more like this in 2026, so we could get all of y'all perspectives on everything. So stay tuned, keep watching this season, y'all, so we could maybe even talk about some stuff that may happen later. Let me know what y'all think, and we out, y'all.